Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, Facebook clan.
No, I'm not using one of the cup things.
Glass. Jeez.
I'm drinking it as God intended.
Cheers.
Out of the can.
So we don't need the... All right, you got it. The wheel. We got Will come back on the couch.
Yay!
Yeah. How's it
We're
feel?
in Taiwan, too.
Feels good. We're in Taiwan.
Is that
He flew
Taiwan
us out.
actually?
Yeah. That's what it said on,
that's
on
cool.
Google.
Welcome flew us out with the couch and shit.
Oh,
I would never know that this was Taiwan and not like China or Seattle or New York.
It's the sky,
Chicago.
What up, Gavin?
Next time I'll fucking label it, Jason.
There's some sweet-ass mountains in the background, though.
Yeah, that's true. Where's Taiwan? That's a country.
Yes.
Yeah, that's its own. It's not China or nothing. You ever been there?
Where's Taiwan? It's in Taiwan.
You
There are only 3 cans here.
Because Jason's
Jason picked that here. All right, let me share it.
I'll use mine on the next
Jesus Christ, is still no shape November date.
Who said that?
Who do you think?
My wife begged me to grow this beautiful beard.
Sorry, Tate's been lost in a land called, what is it?
Fortnite.
Fortnite, so he hasn't really been able to do a whole lot of anything lately.
She got home last night, and she got home last night at 11:30. I looked over my shoulder, pulled my headset back, and I was like, "Hey, babe!" Pulled it back on. Just kept going. And she looked at me, and she's like, Jesus.
Fucking loser.
he's in deep.
He's in
I'm
deep.
not too far down the rabbit hole. I can't go back now.
I'm getting ready to buy the battle pass for season 7.
Oh, Jesus.
It releases either tomorrow or Thursday.
I'm sure my nephew will tell me all about it.
Oh, dude.
One of us.
Oh, yeah.
One of us.
Well, it's winter themed.
This is what it took. It was Fortnite. Fortnite to get it again.
Now you can stop pretending you're a nerd and actually embrace your inner self.
Oh, dude.
What's Game of Thrones?
What's the game? What's the guy from Game of Thrones? The big barbarian dude.
The Mountain?
No.
That likes Ram Tarth. Oh, okay.
Crazy. What is this?
I couldn't tell you his name.
It's been a while.
Oh God, he's got that great red beard, and he's I like big women.
Yeah. Say, I have a GIF on my phone, and it's that, and it's him looking over at her and going,
dude.
So that's what my wife.
He's so funny. He's so funny.
Tormund.
What's up, Tom?
Tormund.
Tormund.
What? Yeah. He's got like a Tormund the what?
I don't know. The wild.
Tormund Giantsbane.
Oh, here we go.
Giantsbane. Nice.
I love him.
That's pretty cool.
Wow. He cracks me up.
He's got crazy eyes too.
You're catching your word, Nate, or whatever the hell it is. Cheers. Thanks, Nate. Sally.
Thanks,
that's
Sally.
Sally. Can't see, it's purple.
Yeah.
It
was it a?
Thank you.
Was it an award?
Yeah, I got. I actually got it in September. We have there's 5 of them, so there's 3 different managers that you can be. One is the kitchen manager, one's the bar and host manager, the other one's the service manager. I won kitchen manager of the year for the Chicago division, which there's 5 divisions.
For the Midwest, right?
Yeah, I have like all of the northern, and so I won that, and they gave me a plaque that says kitchen manager of the year, Chicago division. I got what is called the President's Pin, which is like a longhorn. It looks like a steer head. It looks like it has diamond eyes, and only the president of the company, Todd Burrows, can give that. And then I got a check for $1,000.
Hey, I was gonna ask. Did they actually give you what matters, which was
Christmas money? What are you buying? What are you buying?
It's already spent. That was my Jacksonville money.
Okay.
No, but yeah. So it was taxes already taken out of it. Straight $1,000.
That's even better.
Hell yeah.
Because I mean, if they would have just given you $1,000 without pre-tax,
right,
you'd gotten what, 700, whatever.
Yeah. So I was pretty stoked about that. I was like, yeah. Took a picture of it right then. Instantly into the bank account. I was like, yeah, you guys can have this. Go ahead, have fun, play with it. But yeah, so it was cool. And then a couple that actually goes to our restaurant gave word about it to the Salina Journal a couple months ago, and from there they put a little blurb that was about this big in the Salina Journal, and then 2 weeks ago the guy who does the business profiles was like, "Hey man, can I do an article on you?" And
they are slow.
Yeah, there I was on the front page of the Salina Journal.
Nice.
Which has been really cool. I mean, I catered the Kansas Wesleyan game on Saturday for their playoff game for halftime, and the president of Kansas Wesleyan came up to me and was like, "Hey man, I read your article. It's really cool.
Cool.
You're doing a great job.
Getting some notoriety."
And I was like, "All right." So yeah, it's cool.
Didn't you make like a shit ton of prime rib for them or something?
Yeah, I made it was like 40 pounds of shaved prime rib sandwiches.
That sounds good.
Oh, it was really good. It didn't because it was so
Have you
cold.
had your cholesterol checked recently? Make sure that everything's all right.
I'm good. I'm healthy. I could lose some weight, but I'm not going to complain about it. But like, I literally had these 2 giant hotel pans, and I had them in my hot box, and so you would pull them out and set them down, and like pull the tinfoil back from it, and just steam rolling out of it because it's 35 degrees outside.
My goodness, that sounds good.
So yeah, so it was really cool. Unfortunately, the game didn't quite turn out like we wanted it to, but
Who did Westland play?
Benedictine. It was the Battle of Kansas to go to the finals. So they lost, had some turnovers that kind of sucked, but it was a fun game to watch. It was cold. It was snowing. My kind of game.
Dave said, "Congrats, homie."
I saw that.
I don't know how to change the fucking text from purple. That shit's.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's hard to see who.
Where is it? Oh, purple up there.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that's weird. So he says he feel like he meant more like Gimli from Lord of the Rings.
The braided beard.
Is that the dwarf?
Yes.
You don't want to destroy your
I was gonna
confidence,
say,
just deflate it.
Just deflate it.
It's called a Chrysler.
I was gonna say, I was waiting for that. He was like, "I got this hot box." I was like, "I bet you do."
I have a hot box too. It's called a Chrysler. Mine was always a Pontiac. Well, this first beer of the night is Jason's pick.
Nope.
No,
Mine.
Wilcomb's pick.
I'll take it up there.
Yeah. Hey, take up your glass too. Show them the color.
Yeah, it's a nice dark. Look at that. Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
So I think this is one of the only, maybe one of the only Wichita Brewing Company beers that I haven't tried.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that we've done on the show. I was like, I think we've done like 2.
I was gonna say, it's pretty good.
Yeah, but it's 5.9% alcohol. It is makes you burp a lot. It's a porter with vanilla beans. It's creamy, roasted, and black. Just the way Nathan likes them.
It's like my soul.
Uh-huh.
Can I have another?
Yeah, yeah.
So
might as well get me one too.
we are at we're at Big Nose on Friday, and he's about to change out 2 taps. And one is the V6, which I believe is by these guys, and the other was the Casey Beer Co. Dunkel, not the Bach. And he's like, "Well, which one do I do?" And it's Felix, and he's like, "Which one? I don't drink either of these. Which one?" I'm like, "Oh, what kind of beer do you like?" He's like, "I don't drink beer." And I was like, you drink all the time. He's like, "I drink liquor." And I was like, "Okay, man." And he's like, "Well, which one do you like?" I said, "Well, I don't like IPAs, but IPAs are pretty big. How many IPAs do you have in town?" He's like, "The fuck's an IPA?" I was like,
It sounds exactly like Felix.
I was like, "Okay, man." Big Nose. And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "All right, so I got to get rid of this Heineken. The Heineken cake's tapped. So which one do I put? I was going to put this Dunkel on there, but maybe I'll put this V6. What do you want?" I said, "Man, go with the Dunkel. If that was your first bet, go ahead and put that on there." And he's like, "All right." So he taps it. He's like, "You want some of this?" I was like, "All right, cool." So he pours me one. And he's like, "Is that good?" I was like, "Yeah, it's pretty good." And he's like, "I drank some and I don't know if it's good." I was like, "I can't make that decision for you." And he's like, "What does this taste like?" I said, "Kind of tastes like Cheerios." He's like, "I don't know if that's it." And so somebody else came up to the bar and they're like, Can I try that?" And they're like, "This tastes like Cheerios." He's like, "Yeah, it does." I was like, "All right, man." Whatever. And so we were out with Kenny, and one of the guys from work always calls him Kevin. And so he's like, "Hey, Kev, blah, blah, blah." And he's just yelling, "Kevin, Kevin, Kevin, Kevin." So Kenny's up at the bar. He's talking to me and Felix. And he's like, "Oh, man, I got to get used to this. These guys calling me Kevin. I'm never going to get used to this." And I'm like, "Yeah, all right." And Felix is like, "Hey, Kev, what you drinking?" And I was like, "Oh, man, he played right into this. This is great."
That's exactly how he is, too.
What's up, Travis?
was pretty good. But then he poured us 2 of the Dunkels. Forgot that he did it. And he's like, "What can I get you guys?" I'm like, "You already got us?" And he's like,
"We're good."
He's like, "I charged you for it." I was like, "You didn't." He's like, "All right." Then he just walked away. I was like, "You know what? I'm just gonna give you a fat tip. How about that?"
There you go.
That's it. That's the way to do it.
There you go.
That's the way I always handle that.
It's pretty good.
Oh man.
Oh, I like talking to him. He's like, I don't know when his conversations stop though. Where I'm like, "Are you being real right now? Are you not being real right now? What's going on?" Do I just walk away and be like, "Haha,
I always laugh when he just stops in the middle of one and then walks away.
Big nose always equals me smashed. Every time. And poor decisions and regret.
I'm sharing. Sorry.
I don't know what it is about Big Nose. Every time I go there, I just get fucking hammered.
Yeah. And it's not overly expensive.
No, it's not. It's always a good time.
Yep.
Good, nice, good pool
You're gonna
tables.
get like 10 tags from me, by the way.
That's fine.
Sally, you said Casey beer is pretty good. We did the Winterbach. Have you tried the Winterbach? That shit is excellent. I was talking to them earlier about if we can go back and rate it higher. Man, it's a near perfect beer for me. It is.
I should have gave
wonderful.
it that 10, but I gave it a 9.
Yep.
And I don't regret it. No regrets, mate.
It's so good. So good.
Mm-hmm.
You bought some tonight.
I bought some more
You
tonight.
tonight.
It's the only place we can find it in town. I've looked.
And Jason had it Sunday when I was at your house.
Oh man, I had it Sunday. That was my first beer of the night tonight.
What
I
up,
have
Cook?
one left in my fridge.
Oh.
That is a good beer. It's going to be seasonal, and I'm going to be heartbroken.
It's gonna be
I'm going to be
seasonal.
so heartbroken.
It is called Winter Bar.
Yeah. So there are things that are called different stuff that stick around for a while. What is it? Is it the summer ale? Summer shandy. Summer shandy's around from like fucking March to December.
Yeah, I was gonna say I just saw one out there like
3/4 season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
It's
is
the only 9-month season ever.
Is that Ashley?
Mm-hmm. That's my sister.
Oh,
What up, Ashley?
what up? I keep looking at the purple one
Oh,
and
I
I
know.
can't see who it is.
So
So I just have to look
hard.
down here so I can. Like what?
Let's fucking fix it.
Did you figure it out?
Something- No. Is there something
It's
out
not
there?
going to stop him from trying.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Number 1 rule of IT: shut it off, turn it back on.
Or put it to a place where there's more contrast.
Cover Jason.
That's
There
fine.
you
No
go.
one's going to complain about
Look at
that.
that! Look at that!
I won't complain
Use
about that.
Use the
I'm
pasty
a
pale complexion
perfect-
to our
I was
advantage.
just saying, I'm a perfect white canvas. So, it's just like putting it on paper.
You've missed this. Where have you been?
Not here, like a chump.
I was gonna say, so how was your birthday overall this weekend?
It was alright. But, so, I haven't seen my wife tune in yet. She made me carnitas. It was terrible. Don't tell her. Nobody's allowed to tell her.
She's allowed to rewatch
It
the
was-
fucking stream.
it was
about
gonna
that.
say, terrible.
it's on.
She could be
it
watching
was
right now and he wouldn't know.
terrible.
Or she's got like
perfect
15
10.
friends that are all like,
Perfect
he was
10 on
talking
that.
so much shit.
She does not have 15 friends.
Wow! Ouch! You have one in me.
Okay, I don't either. I have 3.
What the?
Are you on this
Chewy?
count? Four.
Chewy's my best
I
friend.
got 5 or 6, I think.
She was my best friend.
No, she put too much cinnamon in it. I'm like, who puts cinnamon in carnitas?
You guys don't want to know how many friends I have.
Fucking make us all cry.
I think on that article alone, I have like 256 likes now.
They're not all friends.
They don't. No, I'm not saying they're all
Summer
friends,
acquaintances. Summer acquaintances.
but
Hell,
Like,
we got a
I would
goddamn
consider-
show. I don't have 200 friends.
I would consider Chris a good friend. You know?
it's weird.
Thanks.
I'm very glad to hear
Chris
that.
called me out of the blue and he needs
Still
something.
wondering
I'd go out of my way to help
chose as a
Chris.
special one at Longworth.
If Jason called me out of the blue, I'd probably let it go to voicemail.
You have.
I do regularly.
So, I'm picking up Tate's sorry ass
You're welcome,
today.
Josh.
My wife's picking up Tate's sorry ass, driving over here, and ooh,
Not in front of customers.
damn. Well played, sir.
Touche.
Uh, No, pick it up, Tate, sorry ass. We're halfway here. And Sarah's talking about Sunday, and we bumped into you. And then Tate's like, oh, yeah, happy birthday. Because this motherfucker never wished me happy birthday on my birthday.
Nope.
I thought about you, and then I was like, and I looked at my phone, and I was like, oh, maybe I should text him. And I was like, nah.
It's fine.
Sarah even texted me, and she invited me to your birthday. And I said, oh, sorry, not sorry, got plans.
Did you actually say that, or did you say, sorry, we're going to be in whatever, Missouri?
Do we have a stream?
What? I don't remember.
Your YouTube and Facebook.
I wish I would have known Chris would have been there, though. Then I would have get there.
And welcome, apparently.
I was there. I had a Sunday off. Anytime I have Sunday off, I have to go blue sky it up.
It's the only brunch in town that I know of. What up, Neff?
I think the Voo does brunch.
I was gonna say I think
Chuck's?
they do. Chuck's does. It's not. Well,
It's not
Chuck's
really
doesn't
brunch.
necessarily have brunch. They just have the Bloody Mary bar.
So you say the Voo. It's Rendezvous.
It's
the
now
Voo
the
now.
Voo.
It's
I don't
been
give a fuck
renamed
how
to
they
the Voo.
rebranded themselves.
It's new ownership and everything.
It's Rendezvous.
So it was the owner of the Hideaway.
Yep.
Okay.
He was trying. He did all that work and everything on the Hideaway, and he was trying to. He went to. I think he went to.
Oh man, David, that would be fucking terrible. At fast food drive-thru, I was like, I loved working the drive-thru. That was not bad at all. But if I'm passing out bad orders and people are like, "This isn't what I ordered," I'm like, "No,
Rendezvous,
no,
Sally.
it's so bad."
No, but so they were trying to redo their renters, whatever it's called, their lease, and Rusty wanted to raise the price for it. So he was like, "No, I'm not going to do that." So he went to buy
Which he does with a lot
which he
of
does with
things.
everything.
Yes.
Yeah. So he went
You're
to buy
successful?
another bar, and from what I heard is that Rusty bought that bar out from under him so that they couldn't move there. So then he had talks with the owner of the Rendezvous, and he was like, "All right, well, how about you just let me buy your bar?" Bought it. Actually fixed a lot of the stuff around there.
It looks a lot better.
It looks way better.
I haven't been in there yet.
They did some stuff. They have live bands all the freaking time, which I love. So it's a really cool place that you can go now, and they've fixed it up a lot, and it looks really nice, and it's just kind of a cool hangout place. Guess who turned 21 Friday? Josh, I thought we were going to speak of that.
I was gonna tell you what's going on, man. I don't remember
What are you
anybody,
doing for
man.
it?
Probably our youngest viewer.
Rusty and 3 other people bought the Hideaway.
Maybe. It's hard to say.
But she mentioned Matt, and I was telling you guys,
Matt's super cool.
maybe not you. Actually, it might have been you. Somebody knows Matt, and he said he'd be interested in talking to us about possibly doing a live show from there, or doing at least a segment from there, because he apparently wants to start having a more craft brew following and stuff like that. So,
That'd be sweet.
yeah.
We
So
are
if he happens
the
to watch this,
self-nominated Salina Craft Brew Specialists.
yes.
Nobody drinks more craft beer than us.
If somebody's friends with him, tag him. I don't think I am.
I think there's a whole guild, and I don't think they drink more than
I want to say, Matt comes in every once in a while and eats, but he's super cool. Like, he's one of the most down-to-earth guys that you can talk to. Like, he'll go there and he'll just have a full conversation with you. Makes it really at home for you.
I think I went to the Hideaway a couple times, and we went for that Oktoberfest or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had so much Oktoberfest that day. My goodness.
But he does, like, they have a lot of really good bands that play there. I can't remember. I think they had one on Friday. It was Friday the Hoot and Hollers that played there.
Yeah.
I didn't get to make it, but they're pretty good. I know that, like, Brett
They're
Johnson
putting on
and
a hell of a
Tony
show.
Bull play there all the time because that's like their go-to place. So it's a really good place. Going from going there before with the previous owners and going there now with Matt there, it's like night and day because you used to just see people like old drunks that were there all
Like
day.
my grandpa.
Yeah.
Like my grandpa.
Like, I literally watched a guy one time. There was about 8 of us there in the entire bar, and I watched him walk down. Didn't realize that there was a slant, fall over, hit a table, and one of the other guys goes, "Oh, it's not a big deal. He does that at least once a week." And I was like, "All right, hey, check please."
That's just an old country bar. It's like the place I grew up. All right, review time. Go.
I'm going first.
Review.
Okay.
Sure.
I really like this. Like I said, this is like how I drink my coffee. It has that real black flavor. Chris is because every day I start when I go in, it's just a black coffee, and you have that subtle vanilla hint. It's not like really a lot there, but you can just barely taste it. For me, I could probably drink this.
Somebody knows your gay ass shoes.
Shoe jokes.
I think she noticed that he doesn't have shoes on.
I know.
You're like, fuck, he shows up barefoot
Well,
now.
I believe her last comment on here was about your fucking shoes.
Sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. You're
An oldie
fine.
but a goodie.
I'd probably give it an 8. I give it an 8.
Very nice.
We're going right or left.
We're going with this guy.
The next coffee.
Yep.
The burglar. Got a burglar hat on.
I see that. Let's do this. And this.
Oh yeah.
Fucking 8 blends in.
Oh,
God
no.
damn it.
Well,
Hey,
wait. Whoa. Why is it? Yeah, I was going to say, what the fuck's going on up here? It's black.
I didn't
background.
take my time. I was like, fuck it, I've had enough. It's been a long past couple weeks. I'm with Welcome on this. I dig this porter a lot. A lot of the porters we've had, or I've had, whatever, can get kind of watery as far as like the finish goes. This is kind of thick and creamy. Got like a coffee, cocoa, nib flavor to it. I'm going to give this a 9. This is a porter I can get behind.
Wow.
I was trying not to go like.
I was going to say, that's one of your highest scores ever.
Nice.
How much did you drink before we came over?
I had a Joulet.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
It's
man.
all fucked up,
You're getting
man.
down with the peach.
Let me see your eyes.
No, this is
That's
delicious.
Down with the peach.
This is delicious.
Yeah.
I like thick chocolate,
robust
coffee,
flavors.
Yeah.
The fact that I am not a huge vanilla guy might impart itself on my review a little bit. Luckily, this isn't too overwhelming with the vanilla. It's not bitter. Maybe a little bit.
Okay. I'm
It's
glad
not.
you said that.
It's not coffee bitter.
There,
yeah.
but it's not like.
It's not. It's not a bitter that just blasts your tongue. It's not sweet. It's got a little bit. Overall, it's a good beer. I would buy it again. I'm gonna say 7. No, I mean it's just I'm not a huge vanilla person. I don't really like vanilla.
Well, you mentioned that. I don't taste much vanilla in this at all. It's got a heavy smoky flavor to me. It doesn't finish watery, which I do like. You mentioned that. That is one of the things I find
5.9.
the most common with porters is that either they finish watery or they've got a lot of other flavors to mask it. Like it never just embraces the difference between a porter and a stout.
Mm-hmm.
And this definitely does that. This says, hey, it's a porter, it's brewed the same way as a stout, but it's a porter. I like that in this beer. It gives it character, gives it all kinds of stuff. You did mention chocolate. You can taste that there's a bit of just like unsweetened chocolate to this. That's the taste that I pick up more than I pick up the
dark
vanilla.
chocolate.
Yeah, more than I pick up the vanilla. Like I barely get hints of vanilla, and it's definitely on the end. But it does have a dry finish, not overly dry, not bitter dry, not anything like that. But it doesn't leave your tongue salivating. It opens you up for that next drink, and it absolutely does that.
It's like a coffee with creamer, how it dries out your tongue. Kinda.
Yes.
You know the creamer's on your tongue still.
Yeah. But it does have you both. I think you all mentioned coffee. It does have that kind of profile to it, where when you drink it, you're like, oh, this is a dark flavor. If you had your eyes closed and you drank this, you would know this is a dark flavor. That's how it is. I like it. It's not incredible. It doesn't have some of the things that I want out of this. I would think that if the vanilla was a little more pronounced, especially for it being vanilla porter, it would stand out a lot more to me. It would be the difference between like the buffalo sweat and the vanilla buffalo sweat, a porter and a vanilla porter. It would be like that to me. So I like it. It does meet the criteria that it says on the side, though. Hey, creamy, roasty black. Absolutely. It is all those things. If that's what you're looking for, this hits those notes. It
is roasty.
It's a 7 for me, just because I don't get vanilla out of it. It's not that it's bad at all. It's just that if I were to buy this
Thank God it doesn't have the vanilla that Jason can taste. Because if it had the vanilla that Jason could taste, I wouldn't be able to drink it. I taste vanilla for days.
I taste none, which is crazy to me. Maybe it's just masked by some other flavor to me. But if it had more of a pronounced vanilla flavor, I'd give it higher. But as a porter, it's wonderful. As a beer, it's wonderful. It's surprising. I expect more vanilla out of a vanilla drink.
Look, I'm throwing them back.
He rated it high. So did this guy.
He's fucking throwing them back.
That's one of my second one.
I was like, didn't you tell us all? Yo, boys.
Was that your first
y'all
one?
gets fucked up.
And for those that haven't seen our rating system, developed by Paige and Jason.
Oh, and just so everybody knows, when we were at the liquor store and we were buying these beers, Tay said, "Everybody better be drunk by the time we get done with this tonight. I don't want to see anybody sober walking around."
Yeah. Nobody walking straight.
Nobody walks
straight.
And we said, "Don't worry, Tate. You're plenty gay. You won't be walking straight at all."
This one I'm interested.
Nobody brings up gay more than you, Jason.
That's a really
because
cool
Tate, I have to deal with you.
So
every
somebody
Tuesday.
hits me up about one of my Pi gaming system builds.
Yeah.
Is this item still available? Yeah. Would you like any more info? Well, actually, do you think you will have one available on Friday or maybe Saturday?
Yes.
Like, that's so wishy-washy already.
By the way, if you guys don't know what game system he's talking about, super dope. Shameless plug. Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
Why don't you talk about it, Chris?
It's $100. Has 2,000 games on it. It's got all the retro shit. Oh, can't read chat. I build them in my free time and sell them. They're way better than the competition that you buy on fucking Amazon and eBay that have 17 super fucking Marios and 3 of them work. Yeah.
Do you want a beer, Chewy? Are you trying to lick?
I'm not a salesman by any means, but my product is pretty good.
So AJ George, I'm not sure
Odell drumroll.
whose friend that is.
Oh, I like the drum roll.
I've had the drum roll before.
Bourbon County Stouts. Ooh.
Y'all able to get your hands on any Bourbon
No.
County Stouts when they come out on Black Friday? No. Haven't even heard of it.
If you try to access
Oh,
Pornhub through the Raspberry Pi Cook, you're doing something wrong.
Hey, you can actually download the Steam Big Picture on it now, so that you can use it as kind of like a Steam Link. So that's a thing.
Oh, it's beautiful. This is a MilkShake IPA. So we'll see.
Reese's Salina.
Oh my goodness.
Bourbon County.
Ooh.
Damn, only 3.
Ooh.
You're welcome.
You're gonna like this, I think, Jason.
Yeah, I hope so too. Actually, you know what? That's why I saved this. For this.
Woo! That's way better than I thought it would be. No more beer talk. Stop it.
Beer, beer, beer. Beer, 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 beer.
Oh my goodness.
Oh. Hey.
There you go.
Perfect pour. Shoot, it's okay. I'm
Yeah,
alright.
so I'm gonna show this up real quick.
That looks beautiful. That's a beautiful beer.
Hey, get the fuck out of here, Wilcom. So this is the
Oh, man.
the Odell Cloud Chaser
It's beautiful.
MilkShake IPA. It's got a nice color. Oh yeah.
I always think I come off with a dick.
When?
But oh well.
But oh well.
You always think you do what?
Sound like a dick in my messages. So I told him I'm not promising that I'll have him this weekend, as unpromising as his messages sound. Like, I just hate flake.
Nice.
Flaky
Beautiful.
shit.
I'm getting good at this.
for.
So should we feel bad that we're pouring an Odell into a Walnut River cup?
No, it's alright. It's alright. It'll be okay.
They're all on the same team.
Speaking of, now that I'm watching this, drinking out of this tulip glass, you know who I haven't seen watch this in the last couple of weeks, and I'm a little sad about it.
Who?
Derek. Derek has not jumped in here in the last couple weeks.
I think he watches a lot of the time
Post.
He works on Tuesdays, I believe.
Yeah.
So
I think he watches after the fact.
He's not addicted to his phone like you are, Jason. So he doesn't immediately see the damn notifications and feel like he has to jump in.
I don't even have social media on my shit.
What? Oh, don't
The
give me
only
that
time
shit.
that I use my
All
phone,
I ever see you walking
your
down a
phone's out.
hallway.
His phone's
is
out.
playing with
His
the
phone's
goddamn
out.
cell
My
phone.
shit's
Because
in my
our phones
pocket.
are on the broadcast.
Just making sure. We all know this.
It's easier for me to read comments right here because I'm nearsighted than it is over there.
I use my phone like twice a day, and once of those is my after work
We're
poop.
finding and reviewing if
That's it.
there are any.
You always have to talk
Yeah.
about poop. What is this with you? You just
No,
weird.
No, you asked, man.
Yes,
You
don't know
asked.
about the Bourbon County style. I'm ashamed of you all.
I've not even heard about it.
We had the
Sending me a
Fulton County blend on the show.
That was
That was
Goose
a
Island.
coffee. Yeah, that's Goose Island too. The Bourbon
Was it?
County. Yep.
Oh, okay.
It's a Goose Island beer?
Might have to
Yep.
try that then.
that parental advisory.
It sounds kind of good.
I love that.
I feel like I should kick through a door. Straight out of Compton.
Yes.
Crack the
I mean, it might be like a second best thing you can do, but if you want to hit Jason, we'll all be behind you. If you can make him bleed, I'll give you $20.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Nobody.
I got a 20 on it. You want to see it?
Oh, I was expecting that hit. I was like, all right, man.
Here we
you just
go.
gotta- You just gotta split it with me.
If you knock out one of his front teeth,
Oh,
No.
no, I've been there. I'i've been there, done that.
I'll
I got
give you-
the fake,
No
I got
violence,
the fake teeth.
Tate.
I wouldn't.
No violence.
I'll give you 200.
So
Right now.
I'll give you
Wait.
200.
this
Take
is the
out that
same
fucking
guy who said he only kicked her a little bit.
Yeah.
You fucking piece of
He
shit.
only kicked that chick a little bit.
You
God
piece
damn it,
of
I should have
shit.
tagged the Kansas City Chiefs in this too.
So, anybody that watched the Kareem Hunt,
No, let's not do this.
anybody that watched the Kareem Hunt video, it
I
was
didn't watch it, so I'm not tuning in.
he was
God.
obviously out of control. He had multiple people trying to
He
restrain
looked
him.
like a fucking crazy man.
He had multiple people trying to restrain him. But when they said he viciously attacked this girl, I watched it. I'm like, oh, he shoved her to the ground. Oh, he nudged her with his foot.
Well,
there's-
He nudged.
He nudged her.
I think the part that they're talking about is where he slammed into the guy and he slammed into her, and it looks like she bounced her forehead off the corner of the wall. But I mean,
That's
still,
not on Kareem. The other
still,
guy's the one who
like,
hit her.
He looked like an absolute insane person
I agree.
in there,
totally.
and just all of that is not like just that in and of itself. I think is ridiculous because that. I don't care what the situation is. There's no reason to act like you are absolutely out of control. Whether someone said something, somebody did something. Here's the thing. You have a posse. You have a lock on your front door. You have your posse escort the girl out and you lock the front door.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, you're done with her. If she starts acting crazy and banging on the door... Call the cops, call security. You're in an apartment complex hotel thing that's going on.
I'm not
so-
arguing against any of that.
Yeah.
I'm arguing against
I
the
agree.
label that they said about Kareem Hunt
Oh, yeah.
viciously
Well,
attacking.
Hey, here's the thing. It's TMZ. They're just trying to get clickbait.
Goodness,
It's clickbait.
it's
That's all they're
clickbait.
trying to
Yeah,
do.
it totally is.
But and then you can't lie to your your boss about it.
I didn't realize it was $13
Since
a
we
bottle.
review that, it
Or
sells
that
at
damn.
$13.
47. Dang.
Oh, dang.
That's liquor, bro.
So
I didn't know there was. Oh wait, yeah, they got rid of 3-2 in Oklahoma. I forgot. I was
I
about to
was
make an
telling-
Oklahoma joke.
I was telling Chris and I believe Anthony on Sunday. I was like, but imagine this. He was Rookie of the Year last year, and he's got a great future in front of him, more money than you can imagine. What did she do to piss him off so goddamn bad? What would it have been?
Well, so-
That's like, you know what? Fuck my future. Fuck everything good in my life. Boop!
Well, so there's
Ugh.
there's a few different stories that have happened with that whole thing. One is that he had her invited over. Well, first of all, why are you hanging out with a 19-year-old? Like going out. If you're not like really good friends with that person and they're 19, then why are you? First of all, in the same place as them when you're 23, you guys have been out drinking all night. Like it's just that's your
asking for
first
some trouble.
Yeah, that's your first problem. But the story is that he
you're
had her.
assuming that he knows how old she is.
Yeah, well, and that's true. But I mean, You would hope so. If you buy, guys, the video keeps crapping out on me. But she was there to. He was trying to hook one of his buddies up with her. So that's the first one, and she said no.
Wasn't even his girl?
No, it wasn't even his girl.
Damn.
No, yeah, this is the thing. Like he. And then there was one of the things is that they found out that she was underage, and so he kicked her out. And then that goes on to like she assaulted some of the people inside of the apartment and wouldn't leave. She like threw a lamppost at somebody or something like that. I don't know.
There's locked up, not him.
Like it's all, but all of these instances, like this is the thing: you have a posse, have them escort her out, lock the door. That's
no. He is 100% responsible for the outcome.
Oh yeah,
I was say, get this bitch out of here.
He's 23, dude. You at 23, you're basically still retarded. I'm sorry, you are. Your brain doesn't even fully form until 25. But imagine you are. Let's be real here. Imagine awesome. You are an athlete. You have been full-time athlete forever. There is a stereotype, and there's a reason there's a stereotype. You may not have been the smartest person. You may not. You do a sport that's aggressive. You do everything like that.
Concussion.
You know what? You're not thinking things through. I get it. I'm not defending him in any way. He's a piece of shit. What? Fuck that guy. But, I hope for his sake.
Cook says he's extra retarded.
Prefaced by, thanks, bud.
It's like when MMA fighters do crazy shit. Yeah, they're modern gladiators with unlimited cash. Of course, they're doing horrible shit. They're paid to do horrible
that's exactly
shit.
it. I'm not defending him. That's shitty on his part. It makes him a piece of shit. But hopefully, he can at least maybe take his career back.
So who was the
maybe do something?
Who was the guy that punched the girl in the elevator? What was his name?
Ray Rice.
Ray Rice.
Ray Rice.
That he laid it on that shit.
Oh,
he smoked her.
Well, make it look.
Smoked her in the
face.
It
was even worse that he just casually grabbed her and dragged her out.
Yeah. So I watched what they called the kick.
Yeah.
And I was like, I kick my dogs like that on a daily basis.
You're a piece of shit. I've always said this.
You've never had a hard-headed dog that it's like, yo, get out of the trash. Dumb dog won't get his fucking head out of the trash. You put your foot in his side, and he looks at you like, you piece of shit.
Well, so
they know about you then, yeah?
So this is the thing.
I'm coming. Get your head out of the fucking trash.
Well, this is the big thing about it. So this happened in February of last year.
Holy shit! I didn't realize it was that long ago.
It was talked about. They even talked about it in preseason camp. Jeez. But the issue is that he also punched a guy in the face during the off season, which was also talked about. Well, now they just had a something come out that he was at a bar called Mosaic in Kansas City, and him and his friends jumped a guy there. So now he's got a third issue.
Why?
Well, this wasn't like recently, but I mean, it was within the same amount of time. So it's just now he has a string of events, and it's like how a lot of people got mad at Ezekiel Elliott, but he had a series of events. It wasn't just one thing or two things. It's multiple things that he has done, and that has,
then adding LOL to remember OJ is not all right.
Multiple occasions of bad decision making.
Yeah,
LOL.
It's a series of unfortunate events that has now put you in the situation you are. And the Chiefs have actually reached out and said, that because they released him right away and it wasn't because of what he did, it's because he lied about what he did. And you can't lie to your employer, especially when a video shows up, because you're instantly going to be screwed with that video. Deny. But at least they're taking the steps that they are willing to try and get him back in the NFL if he takes the steps to better himself.
Right.
So, I mean, it's not just a bye, Sally, but it's not just, hey, this guy's a shit person, forget him, screw him. It's he's 23 years old. He made some really bad mistakes. Let's see what we can do to,
Hopefully it's an ego check. Hey, maybe my shit don't stink.
It stank.
Coming on one of these.
Pod chaser?
Yep.
Oh. Thanks for the like, Tyler.
Yeah, you flew through that one.
I started this one earlier than you.
Did you?
I think so.
You guys already showed the...
Yeah, he showed it.
Thanks.
Yep. Oh, I got a
I
pee
might as well
already.
grab one while you're here.
But Josh is commenting about him turning 21. Josh, where are you turning 21 at?
And
Where?
what is your goal as a 21-year-old?
So you turn 21 on a Tuesday.
He said Friday, I think.
Friday.
Oh, yeah,
It's
that's
Friday. You guys need someone next Tuesday?
We could use.
Hey, somebody who's brand new to drinking? Oh, man. I'm saying that. I mean that politically, not accurately. So, you'll probably still have to show your ID to come in.
Get off.
It's very true, David.
Boy.
What?
He said
Public
public
opinion.
opinion is if you have talent, you're Christ. Or you're Christ-like. Talent has nothing to do with people's moral actions. Not morals. Actions are the only indications of that.
Oh, man, you should absolutely know that living in the Bible Belt.
Danielson!
That
Mr. Martinez!
What's up, Daniel?
How are you doing? Oh, did you see Terry had his baby today?
No, I did not.
Well, Laura had their baby today. Congratulations, Laura and Terry.
Congrats.
Won't be able to be on until after the first of the year.
Oh,
All
that's
right.
okay. Well, you let us know, and then since
Thanks
I
for the like,
kind of
Daniel.
don't believe you, I'm gonna still make you show us ID. So,
Still make you show ID.
You gotta prove your retardation.
yeah. Oh, speaking of retardation improving, Brad said he is good for the 4th of July episode this year.
Every year, you mean?
Every
Yes, Brad will be 4th of July. You know what? I had so much fun with that.
That 4th of
He
July
never-
episode was a blast.
Oh, he never drinks ever, and he got fucking wasted,
He
puked
must-
on himself,
Oh, dude.
fucking
Let's get some
pants
Roman
hanging
candles.
down everywhere.
His shotgun
Oh
was
my
not a
God.
good idea for him.
Oh,
Daniel, we're just hanging out,
So
drink some
good.
beer. How's Kylie going? How's the kid? No, the 4th of July, I loved how random it was and people just started showing up.
Oh, yeah.
We just started.
There was a fucking
Piling
pile of
it
it.
on.
Came out of the bathroom. I was like, oh god, there's so many people here.
Everybody fit in. We're gonna have, but it was a blast. Like that was a really good time. I had a great time with
I was
that.
telling him that the other day. I was like, man, should we plan on a bunch of people on that? He's like, no, we shouldn't.
Just let it.
No.
Just do the normal cast,
No,
and then
it
when it happens, it
happens.
happens.
It happens. You just go slow.
I mean, I don't think anybody planned for, was it me, Elder, to just randomly show up. You
Yeah.
guys were like, come over.
We
We're
already
like,
had 5
we'll
on the
be
couch.
there.
Piling people on. Oh, man.
We'll be there shortly, okay.
But 6-ish months from now,
Yeah,
Brews
who
Bros
knows?
Block Party. I fucking can't wait.
I had a blast.
Oh my god! I was talking to my wife about
I just-
this the other night. I was like, that was so fun.
I can't
So
believe it's already
goddamn
been
fun.
that long.
I know, right?
My
Back it up.
friend just
Back it up.
gave me my
Oh.
koozie from her house. She was moving and she was like, I found this. I was like, I've been looking for that thing all over the place. She's like, yeah, there was that one night, you know, you left it in my car. I was like, on the way to Outlaws, I remember.
So you take this with you, just fucking
Dude,
champ
I was literally buying tall boys and just
Yes.
Awesome.
sticking them in
Fucking
there.
awesome.
Well, the thing I had to do just got in the shower. What?
Weird. Thanks for the share.
I was gonna say,
What?
is that a person thing?
Yeah, that's what it
Hey,
sounds like.
what's up? That's pretty funny.
I had so much fun, and so did Wiener Gobbler. Dude,
Oh, he took home an award.
That-
He took home an award.
Yeah,
He
I was
fucking
gonna say-
hand on his side, fucking chugging the rest of the beer.
He made it
too.
look like it was no thing.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, that was
like
rough.
it's every day.
Because it was
Oh.
like me and him, and I was looking at the size, and all of a sudden I go, and I see your face went all over your face.
Oh,
I was like,
oh God, I remember that.
I'm so
Oh, no. I was like, oh, fuck.
I'm
My
surprised
goal
you didn't puke from that.
Oh,
It
no.
was like
it
a
was
chain
rough
reaction.
because like I was dry heaving because I literally had no, there was no liquid in it. Like I was pouring the beer down,
Yeah.
put the wiener in, pour the beer down just to get some liquid on.
Who was it who did that with like their plate of hot dogs?
Derek.
They just fucking poured it all
It
over.
was like standing
Oh,
beer.
Jesus. Jesus.
Oh,
That was fucking. That was.
Derek
he
Crazy.
does that at every meal.
Derek
Would.
Oh. I just remember you taking, like, your first hot dog was the first one, and then you just looked down the line, you're like, fuck this, sat down. Like, nope.
I
This
think
ain't
Never seen
happening.
that Thanksgiving. It's disgusting.
No. So she says this. Him and his brother literally like starve themselves to get at low weight, and then they weigh themselves, and then see who can eat the most, and weigh themselves after they're done eating.
That sounds
And
awful.
Last year it was like
Everything's
9
good.
pounds and 9.2 pounds. Like it's fucking crazy. Just fucking crazy.
I didn't even compete because I was in a good place and I didn't want to be
It's in a
miserable.
good place.
Dude, you know who's in a good place? Fucking Adam. I can't believe that guy. Finished, what, a 12-pack and 3 extra? Jesus Christ.
Adam was about as entertaining as I've ever seen him. He was really fun to watch.
He was having a good time.
He was having a great time.
He was having a good time.
So I sent him the same Snapchat that I sent you of my duos dub, and he's like, "Yeah, whatever. Let me know when you get some solo dubs."
Nice.
That's what I'm saying.
And then I was like, "Dude, I've
What a
just
champ.
been working on getting better." He's like, "Yeah, I suck at that game, but Jace, his nephew, who lives with him like part time. Apparently, he plays a bunch, and all these little kids dominate. It's crazy."
So they play a shitload, man.
Yeah, I totally do.
I wish I
was
had
saying,
little kid free time. God damn.
My nephew they're ridiculous. Like, they have their little group of friends that they're on there, and they are on there. They just,
That's all they do? Yeah,
all they
fuck,
do.
man.
My God. Where the hell is Elder anyway?
I don't know. We'll text him. Hey, people are asking about you. I'll send it to him right now.
Who
They were
shows
brew a
this
beer.
You've
It
never
has to
seen
be
him
the
at Thanksgiving?
fruity strawberry
It's
beer.
disgusting.
What does
What?
it say over there?
Watching somebody eat that much, that'd be rough. Yeah.
Favorite brew of beer has to be
Burlington,
Truly
Ontario,
strawberry
Canada.
Damn, what's
Oh,
up?
What up,
man.
Canada?
Canada it is.
Aspie8675. Sorry, didn't see that. I just noticed that.
Does
Favorite
Aspie like
brew of
Aspen
beer?
or Aspie like Asperger's? I just gotta know.
The Fruity
It's gonna-
strawberry beer.
How long has that been there, though?
I don't know.
I didn't notice it.
What is the... I'm going to have to look up this fruity strawberry beer. It actually sounds quite
Me
entertaining.
too. Saw him walking into Sam's this
Those
morning.
wondering where we got a Twitch chat.
Oh. I was like, I was in Sam's yesterday. Who saw me? So, fruity strawberry beer. No wine or more.
So the
Jason's
cloud
right
catcher, yeah, that's Jason.
Are we
yeah.
done? Oh
It's
shit,
ready.
we are. Jesus. Let me text Elder.
Creeper style. Working
I'd be-
in a liquor store.
I'd be curious what is the distinguishing factor between a regular IPA and a milkshake IPA? Is it lactose?
Yeah.
It is.
It's the lactose additions?
sugars. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna read this real quick. Our fabled cloud catcher roams the sunset, sweeping up every stray cumulonimbus.
Cloud.
Yeah.
She has one
God, who's doing this? Are you reading it from over my shoulder?
from.
It's
the
literally
screen.
Oh, okay. She has one mission to capture the key ingredient to our hazy, smooth milkshake IPA. Hop forward with notes of creamsicle and peach.
Here you go.
Creamsicle and
Peanut
peach. It delivers
God
a
damn.
citrus-like burst alongside its velvety
I like
texture. Her risk is your delicious reward.
Our Twitch viewer says.
Wow, that shit
You want to read that too, Tate?
amazing.
No, you got it.
It sounds rich. Sounds rich.
I made
and
the
decadent.
ultimate dessert bars the other day. A layer of chocolate chip cookie dough, a layer of full-size Reese's peanut butter cups, a layer of brownie. Then topped it with fudge icing, mini chocolate chips, mini Reese's Pieces, and toffee bits. Holy
Fuck
shit.
you, Cook.
That sounds rich
No,
as
sounds
fuck.
awesome.
I
Oh,
was
no,
I would
in.
be, I would be in heaven.
That'd be like,
I could probably eat one of those
you give
and
me
I'd
a
be dead.
little,
How much
little
for
square.
one of them motherfuckers shipped
Just a little
to
square.
Kansas?
It's Kansas.
I was in special ed until sophomore year of high school.
I
Don't
believe
you
that.
feel like a
Are you
dick?
fucking
It
for
makes
real, or are
so
you just
much
messing
more
around?
sense.
No, I'm totally.
You fucking retard. I
totally
always
for real.
do it. I always do it.
more sense.
Hey, what kind of stickers did you put on your helmet?
Oh god.
I have my hair out. Wow, this is
Craft beer ones.
The funny thing is, though, I was in special ed and gifted at the same time.
There's a gifted
So
special
you
ed.
are.
No, it was a combo. Reading was always incredibly hard for me.
You may have a bit of a sweet tooth.
So do I,
Autism,
man.
man.
So do I.
Huh?
So maybe some autism there, man.
I think it's a borderline everything.
He likes littering in my
You
house.
emotionally
I just see him
autistic.
fly across the room. I was like, what the?
I showed Julie this, and who knows how many fucking bottle tabs there are over there, because I've just, over the course of the last 2 years, they've just sailed. All right, review your beer, Jason.
Oh, you know what? I did this. This is my fault. I signed up for an IPA. Womp womp. I bit the bullet. I did it. I've been looking at this. We haven't done one of these, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I loved the last MilkShake IPA I tried, which was from Hydra.
Yeah.
It is probably one of the best beers I've ever had, and I was like, I know this isn't going to be like that. I know it. I can't convince myself of that. Let's try it anyway. It's actually really good. I am surprised by how good it is. The first couple drinks I took of it, I was like, whoa, that's bitter as fuck. That is super bitter, and it isn't super dry. I cannot deal with that. After that, though,
Wait,
you start to...
stop,
up.
Hold on. Timer.
Oh my god.
Stop.
Yes.
Continue.
Continue.
Aspie, thanks for the follow, by the way, and thanks for joining us.
After that, you notice more of the flavors to it. It's got a very strong floral flavor. There is a ton of floral flavor to that. It also is very sweet, so I like that a ton.
Top pops.
It doesn't end as dry as I originally thought it did once you start to notice some of those other flavors, but I think it's the contrast of going from that to this. This is absolutely a beer I could and would buy again. It goes down fairly smooth. It's one of those beers that cleanses your palate enough once you're done that you do want another drink. It's got those sweet hints. It's got a little bit of everything that just makes you think, hey, what does this taste like again? It was really good, and it goes through. It is a little too hoppy for my style, just a little too hoppy, but other than that, I think all the other flavors kind of mask it very well, so I like that part. It's going to be an 8. I'm very surprised. Woo! Go Chewy. As far as an IPA, it's one of my favorites. It's absolutely one of my favorites. This is an IPA I could buy again. I just don't know that the hops lend themselves enough to this, but I don't know of any other beers that are a MilkShake blank. The only ones I know are MilkShake IPAs. So, there it is.
Did you give it a score?
Shake
I did.
order.
What was it?
Maybe you should listen. Ooh.
Was it when Chewy jumped?
I didn't hear
It was
either.
right
I was gonna
before
say,
that.
I don't think I heard your.
I don't know. A little drunk. It might have been an 8.
I was gonna say, I don't think you ever said.
I don't think you gave it a
It
fucking
definitely
score.
was. Yeah, I definitely did. I'm pretty sure it was an 8.
We got
Pretty
maybe
sure.
an 8.
All right, so
Pretty
that
sure
was
it was
only
an 8.
7 minutes of a review.
That's not true. It was less than
I just
2.
reset it. It's already
That's
happened.
what he said. It's funny.
So Aspie said, have you ever used beer in your cooking? Yes, I was just telling them this evening. I have used it, or my wife did for my birthday, which was this past week, in borracha. It's actually Spanish for drunk, but it is a salsa made with beer. And it's one of my favorites.
I was gonna say, I love using beer in
We've marinated
and
beer
what I
stouts.
made.
or steaks.
Yeah.
Or not stouts. Stews. I do every year again a stew. So.
I actually have a chili that my family doesn't know about that I make that I use beer in.
I need that recipe now.
My family is. I don't think they have a problem with it. My mom's very iffy on alcohol and in food, so.
So
I
you
know.
rebel by putting it in everything?
So I rebel at putting in everything. I make wings that I have beer that I put in that they marinate in before I actually throw them on a grill.
I do that with chicken.
Yeah, it just adds an extra layer of flavor. Also, if you've ever had what is it? Rum cake? Oh my god, rum cake! It's just
It's around Christmas. Those will start to pop up.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed the last few years people use rum chata instead of rum for their cakes.
Don't let him.
That is-
Don't let
flavor.
him run away with the. Just keep talking.
Hey,
Really
this is
shut the fuck up.
even though this is a smaller guy, this is a guy I can bond with over food.
Oh
This
yeah,
guy
dude,
does food
I
for a living.
love
so.
to cook. Like even it just depends on what you're making, but you can always add some kind of alcohol to anything. I feel like, and
It
just
burns out and leaves flavor.
and it adds flavor to it.
You
It's
can
just
throw
something
wine
like
in
that.
a frying pan with fish and shit. Along with the olive
Make
oil.
some
whatever.
cannabis infused treats for your mom. No, we will not do that.
Until it becomes legal.
Hey, Tyler.
Until it becomes legal.
Hey.
Yeah, maybe. My mom's a saint. She.
Then it's free.
Georgie
games.
Manjuth is a saint.
Thanks for the follow, Eric P on Twitch. That's 2 tonight. Hell yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Yo,
speaking of
take it
anybody
away
watching, like us on Twitch, regardless of who you are. Once we get enough people, there's going to start being regular game giveaways, keys for free games, and not shitty games that nobody ever wants to play. Good games.
Yeah, I thought it was in
Good
this.
games
Did I
that we
not
just
win?
don't have
Good
time
games.
to play.
We talked about this last week or the week before. I'm a Twitch follower. Do I automatically win games?
Sure.
You get
You get at least
10,000
one.
I got at
games
least one.
that you never fucking cared about.
Do you like
Jason
RTS
bought-
games?
I don't care what it is.
Okay.
I'll find a way to play.
I'll
a
give you
game.
some games, man.
No, I actually really like this, and I'm not a huge. I've actually grown more on IPAs probably over the last year.
Same.
My biggest deal with IPAs has always been the after flavor. It's never the big bold kick in your mouth when you first start it, because never have an issue with that. It's the bitter. So we used to have this joke when I lived in Parsons, that you would wake up the next morning and that after when you get really drunk, a cat would shit in your mouth. You have that nasty taste in your mouth. That's how I would feel about IPAs when I first started drinking.
Wake up after a night of a pack of some Marlboro Reds and a 12
exactly.
pack of Budweiser.
Yeah, and you're like,
That tasty.
Why did I do it? Why?
Yeah, so we would always call that, I don't know how, and I don't know how it always happens, but a cat shit in my mouth.
Yep.
And so that would be like, I don't know how it was there, but yeah. So like I would always have an issue with IPAs because that bitter after flavor would just leave that like, what can I do to get this flavor out of my mouth? And then you like hurry up and drink another one just so that and then you go through the whole process. Yeah. It's that like roller coaster thing, like But this like it doesn't have that really bitter aftertaste. It's very full of flavor. I'm gonna drink another one real quick.
Sally, Twitch is like the biggest streaming platform in the world
For games.
for gaming.
But it also had, like I said, I don't know the difference between the sugars or whatever that's used in the milkshake, but I've found that I like milkshakes a lot more than just regular IPAs. And I don't know why, because even when we went to B-Dubs that one night and they came out with that milkshake one that we had, and I was like, wow, I really like this. But
it's got more mouthfeel.
It's more mouthfeel.
Do you think
Most
maybe
of
the
it's just
after essence?
Most of it's a packet of lactose powder that you add after the boil, right?
Yeah.
Just
But
like when we were brewing.
But it is like it's just it's a very bold flavor, and I like that. I like the bold flavor. And it's kind of like what I was talking about, the peach jewel. That kick in your mouth initially, like it's really big. But this one doesn't have that after bitter flavor that makes you sit there and go, "Oh my God, what did I just drink, and why did I do this?" So I really like this. I undershot the vanilla, obviously the vanilla porter. So I will give this an 8.5.
Nice.
What'd you give it, Jason?
Quite a bit, yeah.
What'd you give it?
An 8.
You give it an 8?
So you give it an 8.
So, 8.5. Segue real quick. God, I love these new Bud Light commercials where they're making fun of craft brew enthusiasts. Where they have the
Anheuser-Busch owns like 15 craft breweries.
Oh my God! Where they have the other the other king, and he's like, well, I don't want to drink this meat, but since you brought it, I will. And the guy puts his hand in front. It's like, wait, first appreciate the after essence, and the mouth feel.
Fuck you! This has a delicious smell to it.
Oh my God! It's such a funny. This whole series of commercials are so funny. I love them. That's all I got.
So they're bashing their own product to promote their own product still.
Yeah.
They're allowed to. I mean,
Yeah.
it's great. But
It's brilliant, really.
the reason they
They're
do
good
that is
commercials.
because the craft brew scene has been fucking their shit up.
Yeah, it has.
So it's good.
Anheuser-Busch has bought 10 breweries from coast to coast from 2011 to 2017.
And then you also have the breweries that they've bought housing other smaller breweries.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a tree. So, this Cloud Catcher by Odell.
Yeah,
I'm liking the flavors. It's very sweet. It's a wet drink throughout. It doesn't get dry or extremely bitter. It's a MilkShake IPA. I think it's what 5.8 or 6.8, almost 7%.
It is 6.8.
6.8. So pretty good bang for your buck. To me, it's a very full drink, and it's almost like a sipping beer, or like a beer you would want with food maybe. I could see like drinking this with some Mexican food or like salsa and shit, because it's got the orange like counteract to the salsa or a lot of salt.
It's definitely got that sweet.
It reminds me of those, and a lot of these milkshake IPAs do those, especially these orange flavored ones, like the creamsicle little candies that you used to eat when you were a kid.
This doesn't even say creamsicle.
My only gripe about this is I don't think it's very chuggable. Like, I would not want to chug this fucking beer at all. I probably could, but this is a sipping.
Drink with Chris.
Fuck off. To me, this is a sipping IPA. It's not it's kind of a heavy drink, and maybe it's because I had two porters. They're trying to derail me.
They trying to give you a time frame?
I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
To drink
7.5.
I'd probably buy it. I wouldn't want it to like take over to a party and try to get hammered at, but it'd be more of like a D&D night or like a slow night, just drinking beer and like savoring it. It's a savory beer to me.
It is kind of a fall beer too, more than it is a winter beer. Like it's complimentary of that mildly warm weather more than it is the freezing cold weather.
Are we officially in winter yet?
This is one you would never.
I believe so.
I don't think you'd ever want to drink this warm.
November 22nd, I believe.
It's more of a fall beer than a winter beer.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. You asshole.
He just did.
No, all he did was repeat what I said and then giggle.
This is more of a beer that you would drink in October and not in December.
You have literally said this is more a fall beer than it is a summer beer. I feel like there needs to be more warm weather for this beer.
If there's a 15-degree difference,
not to derail this, but
this beer
can we scroll up a little bit on what these guys are talking about?
They're talking about Sally's one of Sally's kids.
Oh, is it Sally's kid?
Yeah.
All good things. All good things.
No, I guess. What the fuck you know about my boy Cook? Oh, Jesus.
That mama bear.
More than you want a kid of that age to know.
That mama bear's coming out.
So Cook's poking the bear. And Sally's checking it.
That's what I thought was going down, but I just saw it all happening.
About my boy?
Don't make me go mama on you.
Dude, my mom went mama bear on my sister over Thanksgiving.
Oh, God.
Oh?
That's
your mom hasn't got
hilarious.
Mama Bear on me, so
I just saw this thing.
that.
Like, I didn't see the initial
She's not on
comment,
here tonight.
So
No, she was on earlier. She might still be here.
Oh,
just so every one of you know, we love your like
persona
cooperation with the show, like
your input, your feedback,
contribution.
Yeah, there we go.
Like,
that's my boy.
It's awesome.
Mamas are always meant to be mama bears.
Sally, he literally just said he turns 21 on Friday. How do you not know how old he is?
So you gave it a 7.5?
Yeah.
You gave it a
8.5. Give it an 8.
Only because I've been on one for, I don't know, 35 minutes.
Has anybody talked about the artwork on the
It's
can?
a slow drink for me.
You took the artwork up and showed them.
Well, has anybody talked about it?
Oh, no, I think it is really cool, though.
Yeah, it is. It's a
I was
neat,
very impressed with the...
I like Odell stuff. I like what they do with their cans.
It reminds me of Stardust and their lightning catchers.
Yes.
Dude, Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
Oh, man, he was the gay pirate.
Yeah.
Oh, he was so good.
I've always known you're a bit of a whoopsie, Captain.
Whoopsie.
Get back to work.
Dude, that is like the best B flick ever.
Oh, yes.
It's one of those movies that you never heard of, but you watch it and you love it.
Yeah.
It's not, what's her name? It's Gwen, the chick. It was the, it's not, It's not Gwyneth Paltrow. It's the girl who looks just like her.
Whoa. For which person are you talking about?
The woman, the blonde-haired gal who's the star.
It's Claire Danes.
Claire Danes looks just like Gwyneth Paltrow.
Except
think
not
so?
6'5".
Except not 6'5". She might be 6'3".
Michelle Pfeiffer's in that movie too. She's the witch.
The witch, yeah. No, Claire Danes. She was also in Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio.
And fucking Daredevil is Tristan.
Ooh.
Oh, the new Daredevil on Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tristan
She
Thorne.
does kind of look like
Yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
She totally does.
I don't know that I see it
Like
so
a
much.
tiny bit.
Yeah,
Gwyneth
maybe in the
Paltrow.
bottom part of her face. I can see that.
Have you reviewed?
Nope, I'm getting ready to. I was talking
Yeah,
about the
you
artwork.
gotta talk about
we went
a
from
long
the
time.
artwork to...
My
Jesus.
thoughts are leaving me as the
Yeah.
minutes go by.
So,
we're only an hour in.
I had reservations about this beer, and I'm happily surprised. I like IPAs, but I really
Is
like.
it because I chose it?
He didn't even know it was an IPA until after he was literally checking out, and he goes, "Oh, it's an IPA."
It's an IPA.
After
We've only said that 4
after
times.
Jason goes, Jason literally walks up and he goes, "You can't even be mad at how much it costs because it's an IPA."
Tate's returning Tate.
I am very good at reciprocation, though. I take it, but I can also dish it out. I'm not like Jason's little bitch ass getting offended.
It was just awesome that you did not realize that it was
So
an
offended
IPA
by
until
that.
because it took a little while longer this time to pay for it because they had some issues. It was great though; it was hilarious. They're really good about it, but it with the extra time.
God damn it.
This is his house, not mine or his. What
They were all empty.
I'm gonna start charging you for ridiculousness.
But Tate's sitting there literally like
$3
waiting
a
and
count.
looking at it, and then all of a sudden Tate looks at it and goes,
I know.
"Oh, it's an IPA."
Now my dog's looking for beer to drink.
Maybe. What other milkshake drinks have you seen?
So, no, the only other milkshake IPA that we've had was at Hydra.
Yeah.
And I think
Nope. The only other milkshake one that you had.
On the
Because we had a strawberry.
IPA?
On the show, right?
Yeah. Are you referring to on the show or just in general?
In general.
I was saying,
Ooh, wood grain. He's got the stickers right there on the top of the thing.
I was gonna say
We
there's
had
also
strawberry.
a creamsicle that we had. The creamsicle IPA
Just
that
tell him it doesn't count.
tastes like Orange Julius.
I'm going to give my review now. I'm happily surprised with this beer. It's one that Jason picked that isn't total shit.
You think that's an IPA?
Even though it's an IPA,
I feel like
it's sweet, and like that's a double-edged sword. I think that's a good thing and a bad thing.
All right, timer.
And it's not overly bitter, but it does have good hop characteristics to it. But it's an enjoyable beer to drink. I would disagree with Jason when saying that it's more of a fall beer than a winter beer, and I would say that it's a beer that you can drink whatever fucking season you want. And
Any beer is a
enjoy
beer
it.
that you can drink. It's what it matches with.
I will buy this again. I like it.
Too quick.
I feel like it might be a good beer to do one traditional IPA, one of these. One traditional IPA. So you get your bitter, you get your sweet. You get your bitter, you get your sweet. Because this is definitely not a bitter IPA. It's not.
No.
It's not like any of the other IPAs that we drink that were like, I don't know, like an East Coast IPA or something that are just like, 85 IBUs.
Is that actually a thing? The
Maybe it's more
East
West Coast.
Is more.
I think actually the East Coast are more juicy and the West Coast are more dry.
We need to get more experience with hops and understanding hops. I'm going to say that. As a group.
Yeah. But this is a enjoyable, balanced IPA. I mean, this is somebody who doesn't like IPAs. I can see liking this. Somebody who doesn't really necessarily like craft beers, I can see liking this.
Yeah.
I'll give it an 8.
Would you have this with a dinner? And what kind of dinner?
I would have this with dinner. I would have this with green eggs and ham. I would have it here. I would have it there. I would have it anywhere.
I would have it in a box with a
I would have it in a box with a
I
fox.
will drink your IPA. will drink it.
I think with any spicy food, it would be good to kind of tame that.
I was about to say
combat the spice.
this would have went great with the fajitas I had tonight.
Ooh,
Because
okay.
that would have been, and I was literally thinking about this, and I was like, man, I wish I would have had this because that sweet
What's up,
would
Brent?
have been great with the spicy. And
this
together.
is that Brent.
I know, it's my boss.
Oh God!
my
That
boss.
guy.
I thought it was a different Brent. And I got excited for no
That
fucking
guy.
reason.
He's about to just leave.
God, that Brent.
I came, I saw, I fucking gone.
I tried. Fuck them guys.
But you guys think this would go well spicy?
Good palate cleanser.
Yeah.
I think it'd have a nice,
Counteract.
yeah.
It's got some sweet to it. It's got some bitter to it. It might actually take away from all that spice. Yeah. And because it's a milkshake, it might actually even have that cream that cools down the spice. I can get that.
Yes, sir.
Right, your segment was 4 minutes and 32 seconds.
Oh,
Yeah.
you didn't even fire up your app.
I
watched.
did. It was a timer.
You piece of shit. No, you didn't. Let me see it. Prove it. How many clicks is it going to take? 17:35.
It was a countdown from 25.
17:38.
And then on that countdown from that, I subtracted
But
the time
even
that
say
we all
jerks. Hello.
spoke.
Sorry,
Brent, I
Brent.
don't
We
know who you
thought,
are, but I'm sure you're a great person.
we thought it was the cool Brent.
Screw these guys.
He said, your show doesn't show on Facebook. Also give graphic warning. We did. It was at the show, and there's a button you can click that says don't fucking show.
Yeah, I actually...
no. I think he's saying it does give a graphics warning. Yes, it does. Because we are a little crude. It should have showed around 7. Should have showed on there around 7.
My girlfriend had to watch on YouTube because she couldn't get to work on Facebook.
Oh. But
She's
I like
on it,
YouTube.
though.
I go to YouTube every day.
That's cool. She's watching. Thank you.
Yep. She's watching for you.
Thank you, Archie.
Aw.
You notice the dancer on the side. That's
Where?
No. On the
Okay.
side of Nathan.
Nathan. Dancer.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Are you taking salsa classes?
Tiny dancer.
Let it loose.
Tony Danza?
Let it loose.
Let it loose.
Let's make this the first official karaoke.
First karaoke. I couldn't turn it off.
Dabs on Jim Croce. Or Dibs.
Wait, what?
Jim Croce.
I love Jim Croce.
You gotta get
Mixer. Actually,
Leroy, Bad Leroy Brown, dude.
we are supposed to be on
find you on
Mixer.
Mixer either.
Mixer, Twitch, this, and somewhere else.
Put it on
But
the
yeah.
desktop and message the video link to mobile.
If you are telling me that we are not on Mixer, we are paying
To
to be on Mixer. Yeah!
So
Jinx.
therefore,
Yeah.
we're going some
Fuck them. Fuck everything.
Table looks like it can suck you into an episode of Rick and Morty.
Oh, man.
I like
Rick
that.
and Morty. One of my favorite shows.
Never seen it.
What? That's hard for me to
Season
believe.
1 and haven't.
It seemed like something I would like.
Yes, absolutely. It's a little bit crazy and a little bit crude. So
there you go.
It's not crazy. It's just a little unwell.
There you go.
I'm not
I'm
crazy.
just gonna start throwing
I'm
them
just
in.
a little. I know.
Right now, you don't know.
What fucking artist is that?
Just stay a while, and maybe then you'll see
What artist is this?
a different
You're
side
side
of
of
me.
me.
It's Third Eye Blind?
Yeah,
Third
what's
Eye
that?
Blind.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That was
He said-
Rob. What's his name? Rob something. Not Rob Ford.
Oh no! What is his name? It's
It's Rob something.
David. Do you know? The
He-
fuzzy bit next to Tate. It only sparkles when Chris gets up. What?
So I got a question. If David's on here, David was talking about our sober October, but we're going to do a sober January, and it's only Tuesdays are excluded, but it's going to be a competition for a fitness competition.
Rob Thomas. There we go. Matchbox.
Rob
Thomas, Matchbox 20. There it is.
I actually just got done
What?
done doing that with November.
Abandon the glass.
We
I missed
had
you. Something in the glass.
You abandoned the glass.
2 days that we had exempt from it, and
Per
it was, week. Yeah, well, no, for the month.
For the month. Okay, we need
Uh,
4.
One of them. Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, if you're doing a show, but we had Thanksgiving Eve, because it's a big holiday for our siblings. And then we had a friend turn 21 that we had an exempt for.
Well, so Chris is talking about doing a half marathon in May, which is what, the Prairie Fire half marathon, maybe?
Wichita. I don't
Yeah,
know what it's called.
in Wichita. And I've wanted to do a half marathon forever. I mean, I've done 5Ks and 10Ks. But a half marathon would be a total challenge, and I have no desire to do a full marathon.
So how long is a half marathon?
13.3?
Oh, Jesus.
13.1.
13.1 miles.
And probably 3 hours at my pace.
I was just saying it's about 3 hours.
But we would also do some kind of percentage of body weight. And you couldn't compare pound to pound just because of
Well, yeah, I mean, look at you and look at Chris.
Exactly. So it would have to be a percentage body weight. But that sounds fun. I mean, regardless of whether or not you win, you still win.
You
I don't
live
know.
longer.
Do you do BMI points, or would you just do body fat percentage?
I would do.
I wouldn't even do either unless we can actually get it very scientific.
It has to be
Because
percentage based, I think.
Because if you're on a scale
Yes,
and it says,
percentage.
"Hey, you're this," it doesn't know your height. It doesn't know your anything.
Yeah.
It's
And
very- like if you put Adam on a scale and say you're morbidly obese. That motherfucker is fit as fuck.
Mhm.
So there's no way that that's going to be a good balance.
No. So it would have to be a percentage loss,
Yeah.
and we would probably have to do the same scale. Everybody weigh in that wants to participate on the same scale. Everybody weigh in at the finish line. You know, the start and the finish. And I mean, if we wanted to do things together, I would encourage us. Let's not require it, but if people are available, that's a good motivation factor.
If it's your guys' half marathon, there's a 5K. I'll do that with you.
There's a 5K the same day, I think.
Sign me up right
And I
now.
think Billy might
I'll
be
make sure
doing
it
that.
happens.
Hell yeah. Bye, Josh. Have a good night.
Okay, so the Prairie Fire is outside of Topeka, Sally says. So it must not be the Prairie Fire. But it's the one in Wichita.
Yeah, it's like running downtown or something. They shut it down or whatever.
That'd be cool.
They have.
Fuck, 13 miles.
Later,
That's
Cook.
probably Wichita, like the length of it.
I told you a few years ago.
It's
This
fine.
is
That's
man,
Prairie Fire Marathon.
I miss
Sunday,
being.
May 5th, yeah.
Okay, it's in Wichita,
I
Sally.
miss being in great shape. But I told you a few years ago there was a what was it, a 10K I wanted to sign up for, and it was called the Fat Ass. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And once you sign up, you can't not sign up. So it's like, hey, you know what? You want to cancel? You can never pull out of the Fat Ass. The Fat Ass is always here. But it's every mile you run, they give you like a donut or
Oh my
a hot
God.
dog or
No.
a beer.
A beer.
And you have to fucking eat it.
Yeah.
No.
Or
Drink
drink
a beer
it as
every
you,
mile.
as you fucking run along.
No.
So it's great.
Bad idea.
It's fucking awesome.
No,
No,
you just reward yourself with going, I just ran 3 fucking miles.
Yeah.
You're the shit.
Oh, no.
I know my sister does she does a bike ride from Kansas City to Lawrence every year, and it's called like the beer something.
A bike ride?
Yeah, the beer bike ride or something like
Oh,
that.
it's for you, man.
And
Yeah.
so they stop and
I own that shit.
they drink beers at all these random
Dude,
stops.
you
so
can.
they get hammered.
If you're
all
on a
the way.
bike, the bike you don't bounce.
Mhm.
You can drink beer and ride as hard as a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
and not have it affect you.
And so it's essentially a beer run instead of like.
What do you guys do next year?
So they
Exercise.
That's like, and my sister, she's always like, "Hey, yeah, you guys want to come do this?" And like this year, I really thought about it, but I think
Don't
I
call
really
me a
wanna do it
dork,
next
Sally.
month.
Punk ass.
Silly fucking ass.
Jeremy's back.
What's up, Blair?
Oh, there's our grill master we were just talking about.
Yo,
Jeremy, I'm
yo,
still
is my grill
disappointed.
set still here?
Yes.
No.
Don't let me forget.
Oh.
It's upstairs in the kitchen.
No.
There's
I'm
a
still-
fucking cooler full of rancid beer.
Oh, I don't
in
even
the
want to look
garage.
at it.
Holy
I'm still-
shit.
hey,
I took care of all that
I'm
shit.
still
What?
salty with
Did
Jeremy.
you since like 2 weeks ago?
Jeremy said he would play softball with our softball team this year, and
Remember,
they
we-
never
We
replied.
found the cooler in the garage, and it was
Him
just
or his
full of
brother
beer.
Keith
I'm pretty sure I tossed all that
never
shit.
replied.
I love softball. I play in a softball league once a year.
Yeah, we just got done with
Yeah, it's
one.
good.
Yeah, because
and
we were
they
here. We
supposed to
opened
be
that up.
in,
It's like it
we
was
do it.
full to the brim.
I've never hit one
It was
out of
just
the
Not
fucking
the drunk league.
nasty.
Oh, no, I
Like there was a
barely get
shitload
out
of
of the infield.
Schleiflies in there.
I feel like it's
You
actually
remember that?
better for the team if you don't
We're
try
gonna
to
check
track them
after the
out,
show.
because then you
Yes.
don't have the easy catchers out in the outfield.
I'm like right in between the infield and outfield, so there's that dead spot every time.
You're right. You are a punk ass, Allie. I wanted to say punk ass bitch, but I felt like that might be
offensive.
That might be offensive.
Yeah.
But I'm actually upset that I restrained myself. You punk ass bitch.
Cheers, fellas.
Yeah, sure.
Good night.
Absolutely.
Good night.
This has been fun.
Oh,
I always like coming out here.
why did Jason touch me?
You uppity, you hoity-toity.
You welcome.
You just said it. Once a year you play softball. Cool story. Can you tell it again?
What are you doing?
Pow!
Do the KU?
You never got a message.
Or is she no
I
longer part of
sent your brother
KU?
messages.
She's no longer part of KU, so we no longer do the KU league, but we do the her work league. So we still play a league once a year.
By her work league, Salina Regional?
Salina Family Healthcare.
Okay.
We'll be on their team. It's always fun. Softball at the East Salina or East Crawford Sports Complex.
Mm-hmm.
So much fun.
Oh, dude, it's good. It's a good time.
It's so much
Do
fun.
you guys play the co-ed?
Yeah.
That's why I never see because you play on Fridays.
Dude,
I play on Thursdays.
I played.
So you don't play co-ed?
No, we've never been able to get enough girls and guys.
It's a
together
pain
to
in
play.
the ass because you have to have more girls on the field than guys.
Mm-hmm.
And like depending on who, I mean, nobody ever shows up all the time.
Oh yeah.
And so it's like, okay, so we have to play with
ladies.
one player less than we're supposed to because we don't have enough girls.
Well, and I'm lucky now that I know a bunch of. It would just have to be because they usually work jobs Friday nights, but they all played at K-Dub, so
They're good.
There's a lot of-
They're not fucking around. Dude, we've played it for years and years, and I've watched the spectrum of athletic ability.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up playing baseball, and so I know how to catch a ball in the outfield. I mean, you watch some people, and I'm not going to name any names, but you watch some people just try to catch a pop fly, and you're like, oh no, oh no, oh god damn it!
I was going to say
Alex
those.
said, "You keep telling this awesome story, Tate. Keep it going."
Sally, you best knock your shit off.
The year you and I
It
played,
was fucking awesome.
there were some fucking champs on some of those teams. It was fucking like
You get some
hey,
people
they
that are
didn't
really good.
they didn't qualify for like the full on teams. They went to co-ed, and it was just knock out of the park every fucking.
Well,
hit.
luckily
Like,
they
what
have a
the
rule
fuck is
that you
this?
only get one per game, and then every time you knock it out of the park, it's an out after that.
Well, so this year,
It definitely was not that year.
this fall league,
because that shit was nuts.
we got screwed on this fall league because they put the uppers and the lowers together. So, like, during the summer, there's, the upper and the lower league, and they're split. But the fall league, they didn't have enough, and they didn't tell anybody, so they just mixed them all together. And so they still had two leagues, but there were these really fucking good teams.
Yep.
And, like, our team, who isn't, like, terrible, but we're not great. So, like, the first game we go out, and we get just spanked 22-8, like 22-4.
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh, wow, like,
They
these
can
guys
play
are
any
really
fucking
good.
position.
Yeah.
They're just fucking around.
Well, and
We
there's
were-
no cap to how many home runs they can hit. So it's just,
We were so bad a couple years that we were excited when we got a point.
yeah.
The game. I remember when
It was more than 1 year in a row.
when you and I played.
Yo, we scored! Fuck yeah!
When you and I played against each other, you guys won first. We won second, and that was the best one that I played that whole season because the next 4 games it was literally 20-zip.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it was fucking crazy.
And
I was
that's-
like,
those are no
we're
fun
not
games to
bad.
play.
You guys are just fucking knocking that shit out of the park.
It's
Like,
absolutely ridiculous.
This is crazy.
I grew up on them diamonds. My parents played with all kinds of people in their day. Like, yeah. I quit playing though when I broke my ankle.
Oh, you broke
I
it?
still love seeing. I still see Chandler out there and give him a fucking hard ass time. But that's
That punk ass?
that's the best part to me.
Yes.
Like,
He knows how to throw a baseball?
I
Does it
love
look
going
like
out there.
a-
I
does it
love
look
going out
like-
there and playing because, like,
I'm tagging them.
Wait, what does it
Since
look
you
like
love
when
hearing
Chandler
yourself
throws a
talk.
baseball?
Wait, scroll up. So I
Chandler's
said,
good.
since you love hearing yourself talk, and you just keep going and going and going. What is this? I missed this.
I was just saying, Chandler's actually pretty good.
I'm
at
surprised
softball.
he knows how to actually, like, the mechanics behind,
Can't tag.
putting one foot in front of the other to actually get in front of the ball. I mean, that's just the basics.
I'm decent because I'm fast. But
You want to?
He's going to murder your teeth.
It's bad for me.
I'll take a porter.
Oh man! All right.
And this is why we can't have nice things, Tate. This is why. Is this the first time? Is this the first time this has happened?
Goddamn Taylor Swift lyrics.
It actually is.
So I have to tell. I have to tell the story. So we get into the car to go to
You all right,
liquor
dude?
store,
Yeah, I'm good.
and Bad Blood by Bad Blood by Taylor Swift is on,
Yeah.
and I
My wife loves Taylor
I am getting it.
Your wife went with my wife to the
To Taylor Swift concert, yeah.
JC.
So,
You're getting it, like getting tailored up.
so we get in. It's so bad to think about it.
Speaking of Tate, while you're in the room, Brad's not watching. But we need to do another guys' weekend. Fucking deprivation tanks. And
Dude, I want to do that.
fucking
so
brewery
bad.
tour and the
It's
whole
dope.
fucking thing.
Yes.
And
game for
it
that.
needs to happen soon.
I need to do it. I need to do it.
Soon. Oh,
Dude, I
man.
wasn't even looking when I knocked it over. I was reaching for another beer and my pinky caught the fucking thing.
It's all good.
When we went to
We'll replace that shit.
the fucking Dave and Buster's, literally right next door. I think I told you this. Right next door is a brewery, and they do a full flat of sours.
Ooh.
One of them is a strawberry rhubarb.
Sally
Yeah.
said you guys should have a wine night and have me on the show. See if you can hang with Sal Gal. Probably not, though. You shouldn't accept that challenge.
Or you could drink beer like a real person.
Ooh.
So we have talked about,
Or you could not be a little bitch and
Christmas
fucking drink
this
some
year.
beer.
Christmas this year is on a Tuesday. Chris and I were talking about this.
Yeah.
We may pre-record an episode where we either do
Yeah.
some beers, some cocktails, some something, but do a pre-recorded Christmas episode.
Then we won't have to.
That might
actually
happen.
Be here on Christmas.
Yeah, I won't.
Tuesday
I won't
night.
be here.
I
So
figured you wouldn't.
I'll be in
New Year's,
Colorado.
will you?
hmm
New Year's Day,
Where in
will
Colorado
you be
you
here?
be?
no, I don't get
No.
back until the 3rd.
Then possibly we need to do 2 episodes.
Yeah.
So there's a
Yeah.
very real chance that we might actually do something with this,
See,
Sally.
You guys,
Calling your goddamn bluff.
you guys should just do like 5 pre-recorded videos just in case. Then you
Just
can just
hold
throw them
on.
on. Yeah,
Absolutely.
and like last
That's
week
smart.
and it happens. Hey guys, we're sick, but we
First one that
pre-recorded
happened
this
in
one.
64
There you go.
weeks.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
Yeah.
pretty fucking
But
impressive.
so
that
if you do
yeah.
pre-recorded, do you not have live comments and
Uh,
interaction?
no.
There can be live comments.
You can
So
premiere it.
It will actually play it, and it will store the comments towards the minute value that we see.
Facebook also does a thing now to where it's a premiere video, like it's live,
Mm.
and then people can comment as they're watching.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we
It's
should
weird, but yeah.
we should do something like
I mean,
that.
you would get all the comments and you could comment back.
But
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to watch on Christmas, but there's no reason that they shouldn't see us. Yay.
No, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I was telling people at work the other day, I was like, this is the first Wednesday I haven't been hungover in over a year. Or almost a year. Like, it's fucking nuts.
That's awesome.
It's true. Wednesdays are rough.
Yeah.
So you don't understand.
You
They're
didn't drink?
rough.
I
Oh,
fucking drank
I
on
know,
Tuesday.
Every Wednesday.
I
I've
was
seen Wednesdays.
fucked. I was
had-
fucked Wednesday
I
morning.
had one beer that week and a half or whatever.
I had 4 of the box.
This is my like
and I was like,
drinking night.
oh, fuck. I
Other
feel like
than
I have
this,
a migraine.
I'm working on shit. I'm doing all kinds of stuff, and then I'm hanging out with people on the weekends sometimes and getting drunk then. But no, this is like,
Tate, where in
Speaking of-
Colorado are you going?
So we'll be. Normally we go to Fort Collins, but my sister-in-law just moved, so she's in northwestern Denver and the Arvada.
You say
I'm going to
sister-in-law.
Broomfield.
Oh yeah, you're right in the area. We're gonna on the 22nd. We're gonna be at the Loveland Ski Resort.
We're flying in the 21st, I think.
Friday.
Yeah, so Friday we're flying in and we'll be there till Wednesday. So if I don't know what the plan is, but we can all get together.
ooh, I didn't think about that, Dave.
We're staying at our parents' house. So.
Almost
In,
like it's
in
in Broomfield, yeah.
Broomfield, yeah.
almost like it's still a live show. It's
That's so
just
strange.
recording.
if you're down for
the
some
live show.
shenanigans,
I'm always down for
All
some
right.
Play on one screen, record it on OBS as it's playing. I can see that.
She
Because
knows the
Facebook
area.
might allow that.
She's from there, so she's like, "If you want to go out,
But
let's
I'd
go do some
almost
stuff." I'm
rather
like,
like
let's go
us
do
do a
it.
different media.
Fuck yeah.
Where we
All right.
are going. All right, Jason, tell us what you think about this beer.
Nate has to be there though, because I
It's
challenged all of
fruity.
you.
Stop. It's awesome. Blah, 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 blah. Stop.
Balls.
And then we chop it up and edit it together.
I can drink some wine.
You up for the
I'm
challenge?
down for
you
a
up
wine
for the
challenge.
All right, man.
Wino Tuesday.
All right.
I hope you can drink 2 bottles, Sally.
I'm gonna fuck Sally up.
So the last time I drank,
You said that about fucking Brad, and then he puked all over himself. So
let me tell this story about the last time that we
I'm
drank
gonna fuck Sally
wine.
up. There's no,
We were in Wichita. And we went to the liquor store for my sister's house that we used to go to. That's where I found that chocolate stout that I had.
okay.
And they sell the big bottles of wine, and so we bought 4 of those bottles of wine, and me and my girlfriend. It was bachelor night, and it was the last episode. So we were like, "All right, we're gonna do this," and we finished all 4 of those bottles.
Jeez.
They were gone. I like wine. I can do that.
I love wine.
I like it if it's a sweet one. I can't do that dry
don't
shit.
be-
Oh,
pussies.
dude, I love dry, red, spicy, like a Chianti.
Message me
Merlot.
over my second bottle now.
God, what is this, David? I
love
liked you.
it,
I
dude.
used to like you.
David's
Fucking
great.
Christ, man. This is. We were supposed to fucking Jason hate. God damn it!
You got your own hashtag now.
Elder, please come back with shirtless shit. I'd much rather have that.
Jason does take for
Oh,
fucking
God. Fuck you.
He takes. He never shuts up.
Just because your words are Tate like, Tate no likey, does
Tate
not
no
mean
likey.
I cannot have
Tate
a
like
very
beer,
detailed
7.
review.
I'm like that sometimes too, though.
Let's see how long I can drag this out.
Yeah,
I
of course.
actually signed us up for Untapped today as like a collective, and went through the last 2 episodes, I think, and averaged our beers out and divided them by 2 because I only do a rating scale of like 5.
1 to 5, yeah.
And I had to go forward a little more on Jason's because the time was
God damn it.
better than.
All right, man.
If we have to do a wine
Jason
specialty
Leggett,
episode,
You're doing
Jason
fine.
Leggett.
if we have to do a wine specialty episode to
I'll bring
make
snacks. There
to
might be
make
cheese.
Sally fucking happy and teach her some lessons.
Tyler discards it. He said gay, gay, gay.
Hashtag wine.
So, do I have to say no homo every time I review wine? No homo. This is a white wine. It tastes kind of fruity.
You have to
no
say
homo.
that before every white wine.
Time
We're
to say
drinking
you're
white
just
wine,
mad
you
'cause
absolutely-
can't hang.
or we're drinking a rosé.
What? I can't bring a Roscato?
No.
Oh, I love a
So
Roscato.
good.
No
Especially
Moscato.
as a red. No,
I don't
you said
want to.
Moscato. Roscato. It's a red.
Roscato.
It's a red.
It's a rose Moscato.
Yeah.
Oh, the rosé. You fucking
It's
pussies.
fucking good.
I
No.
signed up to drink fucking wine.
Ooh.
But it's not gonna be on
Dry red.
Tuesday. Dry is
There are
vinegary. That tastes
multiple
like
kinds of
fucking vinegar,
wine.
man.
Dry
There are
red.
literally lots of
Oh,
wines.
I do not
you
like
can't
sweet
just
wine.
put one.
I don't like sweet.
It's okay. You don't have to like sweet. We might not like dry, but we're still gonna drink it.
Last
True.
time I drank wine, I finished off Sarah's bottle and drank my own. And then
Aristocrats.
after I passed out on the couch,
That's sweet shit.
I woke up and I
I'm gonna
puked
learn
in the
all you
blanket.
guys.
So
I'm gonna
no,
probably
no.
die that
I'm gonna
night,
learn you,
so
Sally.
It's all good.
I'm gonna learn you.
I
did.
got
When I was
years
in
of drinking
California,
red
they had a
wine.
liquor store that had some like $1,800 bottles of wine
Yep.
in like a glass case and shit.
Did you still want to run away?
No,
Oh,
I
you
was
should
like, "Fuck you, you retarded." And I went and got my beer.
I don't fucking get that. I mean, to a point I can. So
People are pretentious, man. They're like, "We'll go to $1,800 bottle of wine." They do it just so
Dry,
I
they
think
can.
that's
pair
more than the
dry
flavors.
wine with food. It's amazing.
It's an ego thing.
Anything
No,
with
okay.
food.
Well,
so.
box
I do.
wine only.
It's
Slap the bag.
Slap
Or-
the bag. Boom, boom, boom.
Yes.
Carlo Rossi. Box wine or
Hey, no,
Carlo Rossi.
that's when ego
I
meets
got you.
business instead of
Uh,
just personal.
God, I gotta pee again.
I
You're
believe.
selling a $18
damn it.
But did
No,
you
right
know the
behind
reason why you were allowed to ship wines in
Playing a game
Kansas
called the
prior
Series
to
Brews.
now is that it was because it was considered an investment rather than
Canned
an
wine
alcohol
only.
because of the return value. And one of the things that can actually classify a wine
Yes.
is its atomic value based on when the ingredients were made.
Still.
And it's whether or not they have nuclear radiation in them. What? It's only wine, not beer. Only wine.
Still, it's
Wham.
fucking grapes.
It is to a point. I can understand it ages over time, but everybody thinks it's all wines age over time. That's not true. It's very specific, and it's in very specific conditions. Where otherwise it just gets.
What did you just
Did you say Pacific?
Specific, not Pacific.
Yeah, it is specific.
Danny
I
DeVito.
hope they can hear that.
Specific.
It's Always Sunny.
You
canned
fucking
wine, best
retard.
episode.
I hope they can hear that.
Hey, Sally, we gotta have at least one box of wine so we can try the different flavors. You know, you gotta have your shit
Let's
wine,
compare.
your okay wine,
So
your really good
compare-
wine.
You say that when it used to be $2 Chuck won tons of awards in blind taste
We
tests.
should compare a
Tons.
box wine and the $40 bottle.
Now I want to say it's $4
Chilean.
Chuck.
Ooh,
Yeah.
doubled his.
Oh, I
doubled
know.
down.
blind taste test, $40 bottle and a bag.
$40 bottle, $20 bottle, 10 in bag.
Dude, 3 liters, Franzia,
Yeah.
Franzia.
$11.99.
Franzia.
It depends on
You gotta
where
be
you.
classy
And
with
they're
that
not
shit.
3, they're 5 liter.
Box
5
wine
liter
or
bags.
bust?
They know wines
Look
are
at
either
their
saying
bags.
She said
Franzia.
box wine or bust.
Franzia. It's not Franzia, you bitch. Franzia.
We're not fancy here, you piece of shit.
am.
Weren't you just the one
God
saying that?
damn. Squinty-eyed,
Oh, I'm sorry, you and your hipster Lesbos sandals
Bald.
think it's Franzia.
bald, no hair growing motherfucker.
We would have to have a pourer that is not blindfolded or like they pour it before.
Yes.
Sally's bringing the wine. She just volunteered.
But she's going to bring some shit she's had, though.
She's bringing the wine for everybody.
She's got to bring some shit
Everybody
she hasn't had.
brings their own wine, blind taste test all the way through.
Yep.
Yeah.
Completely blind all the way through.
All right, I'm down with that. 1 bottle of wine each, or box.
It's not a goddamn whole bottle each. Well, you bring a bottle, but not everybody's drinking a whole bottle.
We're gonna all,
Or
but
3.
by the end of the night, have drank more than a bottle of wine.
But we
Yeah.
do need to have
Or two.
a staged
Or two.
category. Hey,
I'm bringing 5 liters.
50,
God damn, we're doing wine on this show.
40, 30, 20, 10.
It's called Brews, Bros, and BS, and you do
BS, that could be part of BS.
Brews. I thought about this last week. We should name it Booze Bros and BS. But
You, we're not
just
we're
saying
already
the name of the
established.
show.
I'm
But
just
we're
saying
already
it could
established.
be
I
part of the
said-
BS, the Brews, Bros, and BS. BS could be
Yeah.
a very wide
Yeah.
variety of things.
Your wine is BS.
We're like,
Your wine is
we're like 17 months in, and Jen's like, I'm not sure about our name.
Sure about it.
My goodness, what time is it? Where are we
It's
at?
only 8:37.
We're an hour and 37
Feels
in.
like 9:37.
This is
This has been good. This has been good.
Actually, I've really enjoyed these beers tonight.
I think these
This
beers
has been a
are...
good cast. Having fun.
Yes. I mean, you guys,
6,
you
11,
both have continued to
15.
drink the
Oh, yeah.
the vanilla porter.
The
We
porter.
continue
I-
to drink the.
We're only 19
Fucking
I'm
now.
Pepper.
down. Like, we are definitely a
Which-
split cast.
To me, is
Cheers,
amazing.
Cheers.
Oh, you piece of shit, Tate.
We're 19 in, fellas.
I like it. I like it.
I look at the replay and I'm just laughing as I watch it.
It's like a fucking 6-second delay.
I'm just
Piece of
watching
shit
you snubbing
denying toast
Jason. Just
motherfucker.
watching Jason, the hurt look on Jason's face. He was like a dog that
That you kicked like you talked
that you
about earlier,
kicked
you piece of
earlier.
shit.
You
God
just kicked.
damn.
You just kicked the fuck out of the dog. And you took some chili powder and you threw it in his face.
It wasn't that big of a. It wasn't that big of a
Yeah,
kick.
went
it was
there.
just barely a kick. I've kicked
make
my
ice
dogs
water
harder
and
than
everything.
you fucking shit bag.
Hey, dogs are tough.
Doctor.
They ain't no pussies.
They are.
So why do you have dogs then? You big pussy. Ooh.
Tyler,
Ooh,
whoever knocks
fuck
down
you.
that...
Whoever knocks it down has to get lit on fire.
Yeah,
Next
please
time
don't
someone
tell.
leans and
The pyramid.
whoever knocks over the kids has to pick them up and throw away with their mouth. Oh no!
No, so tonight,
Or has to chug a
These
beer with
beers-
his choice of.
Wait, should we do an ass chugging episode?
no.
I'll handstand it.
You would. You just want something in your ass. You talked about a fucking butternut squash earlier.
Oh, he
That is a sexy butternut squash.
I gotta put it.
Oh!
Where's that TVMA?
But
Be careful, people.
this has been one of the very few nights where the rotation has been different. It used to be on the outside. Actually, hey, it is on the outside, the combination of the IPA, the inside, the combination of the other beer. That's what it used to be with Neff here. Neff. Why'd you leave us?
Chandler's on.
Why'd you leave?
So, he's like, oh man, they're talking shit. I better tune in.
Nope. Chandler.
Somebody tagged him.
Chandler. Yeah, you.
No.
Sorry,
I tried. I think
It was
Chandler.
Jeremy. It was Jeremy.
You know what?
Chandler, somebody was talking about watching you play softball, and they thought they were watching the Special Olympics.
That's
It
not what I
was-
said. That is not what I
He
said.
just
I was
wanted to
literally
say
like,
that.
yeah, no, that's not what I said.
They said it was so painful
I said
to
you were
watch.
legit at
They
softball.
said they tried to watch. They watched you try to throw the ball with your foot.
Look,
and they're
see,
like, "What the
David
fuck's this
said
kid
Chandler
doing?"
Tate was talking to
Dave was
shit
dead.
about you earlier.
Uh,
You got thrown on the bus.
so, Chandler, you need to be on an episode. It's been way too long.
I'm trying,
You
man.
contributed to this.
Trying to get him to.
Put
Stop.
some stump out here and
you
kick
know what?
his ass with his non-regulation sized hammer.
We are all throwing down the fucking
talk-
We
gauntlet.
could do stumps on the
You
show.
need to be a goddamn champ
Just-
and get on the show and show us up.
I saved some.
I
of this.
bet you we will find a beer that you like. That is our job. That's what we do.
Night of
We
spillers.
find beers that you guys like. That's our whole point. You know what? I do this. I do this shitty Tuesday for you, not for me. I don't enjoy. I don't enjoy this at all.
Take one.
I don't enjoy being this close to
I found
Tate.
him back in the back.
No.
Back in the back.
So you guys know about these beers. That's the whole reason.
So I saw Julie advertising or asking for a basement remodel contractor on Facebook. today.
Yeah, he was talking about that Sunday.
Yeah.
Gonna do this whole thing. Get us a studio.
What do you want to do?
Get us a studio. Oh,
Probably.
sheetrock the shit out.
You just want
Build out the
sheetrock?
rooms.
No. This whole room,
Electric
the
wiring?
sheetrock needs to rip the fuck out and electrical done. You
Oh.
got conduit ran, dude. It's junk.
It's junk.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
No.
That's not the way I would do it.
That storage room, basically, guest bedroom now. We want to put in an
slept
egress
there before.
window there and one over here behind the bar.
It's really nice because when you wake up in the morning, it is pitch black in there. You
So
can't
Yeah.
see.
that's actually my question.
I thought I was in a
Is
wreck.
this your guys' finish home or is this your guys' starter home?
That was the
Doesn't matter.
4th of July night.
It kind of
crashed in there?
does.
Slept in
Because
there,
otherwise, there's
woke
no
up,
point in
was like-
rerunning the conduit. Finish it off for you
Where the
guys
fuck am
rather
I?
than finish it
Yeah,
off
I
for the
walked
next
out here. I was like,
people.
"Oh my god, okay."
I mean,
No,
I didn't get abducted by
value goes up.
ninjas.
it does, but what's the point
Don't
of the
wanna
value
get jumped
going
by
up if you
ninjas,
guys
man.
stay here?
Never want to get jumped by ninjas.
It's
I
better.
say boxing match. I'll promote it. Maybe
It's
Chandler
better
would
to
like
other
it.
people, but is it better to you?
Infinity pool in the
Okay.
basement, dude.
All right.
Infinity
Done right.
pool in the basement.
That sounds great.
And then
Good.
we have a bedroom here. And a fucking actual bathroom.
Look at
That's
Chandler's
shit.
punk ass bitch. Can't even comment once.
What?
Chandler, I
Shower,
fully
and
support
tub?
you in this message. I
Both,
think
yeah.
you'd be Tate.
Gotcha.
In
So
whatever
then we
sport you
have
meant.
a 5-bedroom house, 3 full bath.
I've known you longer.
I'm gonna
Sorry.
slap
Three
him
full.
around.
Loyalty.
You say
I'm gonna slap
With a shower.
Loyalty,
is it
loyalty,
slap him
loyalty.
or is it
slap him a couple
I thought it was
times.
still
Then
considered
I'm gonna
half.
do a
Or
little,
is half just
toilet
toilet
what
seat?
do they call that? Teabagging?
Teabagging
on his face.
Full
Yeah, just like
shower
Halo
or
style.
bath.
Halo,
Ooh, okay. Yeah,
red versus
So
blue,
I think our value is up
teabagging
like
on
50
Chandler's
grand.
face.
We probably
I will win this bitch.
Remodeling is always a good idea, and refencing too. If you guys can do a privacy fence, that puts it in a lot better than your chain link.
Yep.
So
Make your neighbors go half on the privacy fence.
you can actually do that. You can talk them into it so that they can actually
Their
side
property
the
goes
other
up,
side.
too.
Yeah.
But whatever side the posts are
Hey,
on,
you
that's
is dead,
yours.
dude. I
It
can
is,
read people,
which is
and
why
I have
was
a
talking
feeling
about
that
talking
dude
into it
would
too.
fucking
So you put the post in, and they run it along the other side,
crush you.
and they pay for that part.
I would
but it
love it.
ups your value.
I would
too.
enjoy every minute of getting crushed. If Chandler surprised me and crushed me, I would enjoy it. But I would
Take
slap
you
him,
dead,
and then I would teabag him, and then I would put him in a crucifix. Oh, that sounds great.
Wait. You talked about when you'd wrestle a bear, it'd be a real rear naked chokehold. What's going on with this?
Well, I mean, crucifix
Sounds kind of dirty.
You can transition from the crucifix to the RNC. It's not that difficult.
No.
But
Jason's like, pretty gay, if you
but-
ask me.
but Chandler's bitch
All I
ass
heard
won't
was
even.
naked and you and a guy.
He won't
fucking queer.
Shower time. Message me. Don't be
And you
pussies,
didn't
much
say
love,
no
night.
holo.
Don't. Hey,
Sally.
no hanky panky in that shower, Sally.
It's on. If you don't take a shower beer, you're lying to yourself. Or shower wine.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I am the biggest campaigner
For
for
beer.
shower beers.
Shower beers. It's so
Shower
great.
beers are so. Oh
So
my
great.
god.
Teresa has yelled at me before. She's like, "What the fuck are these empty bottles doing in the shower?"
Well, you
Yes.
throw them away afterwards, but
Yeah.
still.
I was too buzzed. I didn't
Too
fucking give a
busy.
shit.
I asked my
I
wife
was
the other
drinking
night. I
beer
was
in
like,
the shower. I fucking left them.
I
Shower.
take out the goddamn bathroom trash once a week. Why are we fucking throwing this away? She's like, well, I have trash in there. I was like, there should be no trash in here. I throw a bottle away twice a week. That's fucking it. That should be that and maybe some. It should be once a month rather than once a week. Fucking that's it. And she's like, why do you throw bottles away? I was like,
Later,
'cause I like
Gavin.
to have a good time.
Later,
I need
Sally.
to cope
Happy
with
shower
you.
wine.
No.
Shower beers.
Oh wait, what were you saying?
Always shower
I
beer.
lost interest,
Shower beer.
and I stopped
Shower
paying
beer?
attention.
Shower beer. You were just talking about your wife says you're a fucking raging alcoholic, Tate.
Wow.
He giggled about that. That wasn't even a chuckle. That was a go.
We're almost 20 beers in for the night.
Oh yeah.
What? Wait.
That doesn't include our pregame beers.
No,
Yeah, that's
It
just
does
on
not.
cast.
it does not.
20 beers? That's a couple
beers
of pieces.
We bought 30.
5 apiece.
I'll do a sixth. This might be my sixth. I'll do a sixth.
We getting shitty in this bitch.
So
I'll take another one.
These were good
What do you
beers.
want?
been
Which one do we
some
have
beers.
more of? The IPA or the... I think we're pretty even.
Yeah.
Actually, I think there might be more IPAs gone. You
There-
guys are putting down the IPAs.
I put down one of them.
More IPA's gone. You're right.
You can tell there's a
Give me an
palate
IPA.
difference
Would you?
Yeah.
because the
No.
porter goes down easier for me.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, whatever.
I think
That's what
the
I'm saying.
IPA goes down easier for them.
For them. Oh, yeah.
Thanks.
By far.
It's weird.
Well, we want to call it. We're at about an hour and 50 minutes. Unless you want to keep going, I'm done.
I don't care.
3 special interviews in the next week. 3 special people
What?
brought onto stands. Oh my God, Manafort for the Mueller investigation.
Ooh.
Holy shit!
Cohen.
Yes,
All right. So with this...
it's happening. It feels more like the end of the beginning rather than the beginning of the end. I'm so sad.
So with this,
True.
this is my only thing with it. So what are the odds? Because I know all this leads to one thing,
Yes.
and it leads to impeachment. Correct?
Yes.
I'm not wrong on this one.
No.
I doubt it.
No. But how hard is it to actually impeach
It's very
a
hard.
president?
It's hard.
Exactly. It's hard.
So
Why I said
it's
doubt it.
happened twice ever.
No. And with Clinton was the last one. The first one, Clinton never.
He resigned.
No, he got impeached, but he never got kicked out of office
That's
because
correct.
there was never any files on him.
Impeachment means you have been brought to court.
Yes. Go ahead and explain that.
Now-
Explain that.
That's exactly
Were
what
those
it
cases
means.
when
You
it
have been brought
happened,
into trial.
worse than this? I bet this is worse.
The worst one ever, obviously,
Watergate?
is Nixon. Watergate, yes.
Yeah.
Where he literally tapped everything.
I don't know shit. I'm asking because I'm ignorant.
Well, no.
On the subject.
So Nixon is by far the worst impeachment ever. He's the only president to ever get actually kicked out of the office.
He denied, and then it got brought to trial. It got denied, and then it wasn't until 3 people from his party, including his speaker, said, "Hey, you need to resign." And he said, "You know what? I fucking resign." That's what ended up happening.
Which, with that one too,
Trump won't resign ahead of
I guarantee.
Why would he? There's been a very big Republican following.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
He's
There
got.
hasn't been people not at his back. Everybody's
But
been
he's
at his
freaking
back.
out.
Yes.
He's an asshole. I mean,
Throw Cohen away and throw away the key. Lock him up.
Well-
his ex-lawyer, he's saying give him the maximum sentence.
well, with this whole thing, like the strong point with him has always been
We got removed from craft beer lovers.
What?
Fuck
How
you
does that
too.
happen?
your posters mood.
Damn.
Well, with that, like his biggest thing has always been he runs the government like he would run a business. If you aren't doing what he wants you
going
to,
bankrupt?
he'll fire you. He'll fire you right away. And that's exactly how he runs it.
He
like,
has had the highest turnover of
Oh,
any
dude,
4
any-
presidents ever.
in 1 year.
I would only say that's good if it makes sense business-wise. Like, businesses hire too much and don't fire enough.
Oh yeah.
Like, hold on to
Especially
shit
government.
employees.
Government is
That's a whole sector I don't know
Yes.
about, but I know about business like places.
But his
I
thing
have
is
worked.
he self-picked
Don't
all of
hold-
these people.
Yeah, exactly.
He self-picked all of them
Don't hold on to people.
and then fired them
Sessions
for
leaving.
not. That one was the biggest one.
That should have been the biggest one. Because that was basically him saying, "You resign so that I can fire the next person who doesn't cancel this investigation."
Because that was the whole thing. That's literally the entire reason behind the Sessions. Because
He recused himself.
if you remember, Sessions was the dude that he bent over backwards for to get him into his position. And Sessions was the guy that they made riots for because he was it Alabama?
Maybe.
Was it Alabama? It was one
Alabama's
of the
where
southern
Sessions came from.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
okay.
so it was
He
Alabama.
was a senator for Alabama.
And they were literally pissed because some stuff came out about racism and everything with them, and whether it was smoke and mirrors or whatever it was, there was a big deal about it before he even got in, and he told them, he's like, "I'll run it a fair, balanced attorney general. Like, I will do what they want me to do. I am here because the government wants me to, and my job is to make sure that I govern with a equal base." And Trump was like, "Yeah, let's do that." And then all of a sudden it was like, the Mueller, whatever his name is, investigation is going on. You need to get that shit out of here. And he's like, "I can't do that."
It happened the day his son was indicted.
Yeah.
The day his son was indicted. There's no way you can't see the correlation. There's no
OCD
fucking
kicks
way.
in. I'm
You
like,
can't
oh, I
see the
gotta fix
correlation.
Oh, you're gonna
Chandler, what did I miss?
Fix it.
It's gonna revolve.
All right, Chandler, this is what you missed. Tate talked shit on your ability to play softball. Tate says he's a better softball player. Tate also says
And
that
stumps
you
player.
Stumps player.
stumps player, which we obviously know is false because without his
Whose socks are these? Are
fidgeting
these your
hammer,
fucking
that's
socks?
fucking
Soaked in
fail.
beer.
Oh, because you're supposed to do it. Yeah,
But I think that's about it. Chandler,
Punk ass bitch.
he also called you punk ass bitch.
I'm surprised he actually had the gumption to come into this cast. Being a little punk ass bitch that he is.
Chandler, I still take you in stumps.
I think there was
any
more.
day of the week.
There was more.
There was definitely more. I
Oh
just can't
god damn it!
remember
I missed a can. It's down the very. Fuck it.
No, that was it. That's what we're gonna start for the next round. Just keep moving it up.
Oh,
This porter.
it's comical that we got removed from a craft beer level.
As soon as we started talking politics, it was like,
Well, I don't know if that's necessarily the correlating factor.
It was the graphic content disclaimer.
It could be. This
like
is
it.
the fact that
It hasn't happened before.
yeah. And we were just
I don't care,
we were just kind of
we
testing
also
it
talked
out.
about Kareem Hunt. We've talked a lot of polarizing polarizing subjects tonight.
Smacking bitches.
Tate's called someone a bitch at least 4 times. My God.
Sally,
Oh, hey, KU's up 72.
Sally.
KU won 72-47, eh?
Damn.
This is basketball versus who?
It's Wofford.
What are they ranked right now?
Number 2.
So they were originally ranked 1, right?
Number 1.
Duke took that over.
And then Duke smoked everybody and got ranked number 1.
Zion smoked everybody.
Yeah, and then they lost to Gonzaga, who was number 3.
KU did?
No,
I haven't even been
Duke.
watching, and I'm like, Jesus.
Excuse me.
The guy is unreal.
Chandler said, "Figures he obviously a liar or dumb as shit since he got his ass whooped at Stubbs more than once. Ass whooped, just to confirm. I'm just saying. He also said he'd smoke you in Fortnite.
And look at his.
He doesn't even know
Sandals. He's just a fucking vagina.
Taylor, get on the show and let's play Stumps Live.
Yeah, Chandler, you have to get on the show. It might be wine night, so we can play Stumps Live.
Look at these fucking.
It'll be a pre-recorded show,
These
so
are the
you
most
don't have to do it on the
fucking
Tuesday.
sandals.
Then you can, drink on like Friday. We'll do it on like Friday.
Chandler's jealous that I'm comfortable enough to wear these sandals.
Chandles?
Chandles, whatever you want to call them. Shocks, or what did Teresa call them earlier? She said,
He may be better at softball from growing up playing with with the girls, but let's play baseball, biatch. Chandler, the funny part was I was talking about how we played each other in the men's league, and he was talking about the co-ed league.
I played
Never played Fortnite. That's just gay.
so I grew up in Florida,
Yeah.
and was on the traveling baseball team, and that was cool because it was year round. Baseball in Florida is hard.
Well, yeah, because you can travel year round.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking
Baseball in
65
Florida
degrees
is
all
year round, and it was so much fun.
We can't play baseball in the winter because there's snow on the ground.
Yeah, I stopped playing baseball sophomore year of high school.
That's when you say, "Yeah, you could, you pussies."
I got so tired of the coach's son getting favoritism in baseball. It totally fucking ruined baseball for me. I got so pissed off with that.
That shit's everywhere.
Side note, you mentioned a while back somebody you worked with was selling beer brewing shit. We doing that? Because I did not look at any during the Black Friday sales.
Depending on what he has.
Make sure you better get a good price. It's used.
Yeah.
All the shit I have, I got for free.
Depending on what he has, then we'll run it. I'll run it by Tate.
Sure.
And tell you guys and shit when he goes to get rid of it. But I think we have like first dibs.
Okay. I was just thinking about that for the
You
last
can
couple
get-
weeks.
You can
That's what I
get
thought. I just didn't want to say that.
you can get a very nice beer brewing kit through Northern Brewer or Midwest Brewer for $200.
Let's say
Brand
there's brew in a bag, and it's also like $200. That's what fucking Bud was recommending to us. And he said, "Hey,
I have
we can turn that into what you need."
2, maybe 3 glass carboys, 250, 2 5, 1 6.5 gallon. I got a bunch of beer brewing stuff, so
Traveling
Charlie Baseball, blah, blah. Dad was a fucking carpenter and you can't even hit a fucking nail. I'm out, loser.
Peace, bro.
Bye, Taylor. Love you, buddy.
At least somebody else knows Tate's a piece of shit, so I'm glad about that.
And my wife joins.
Hey, Taylor, just leave a comment about his special hammer that he uses
Lost
with a
that
double
shit.
head.
it didn't have a double head.
The head was definitely bigger than the other one.
No, it had the nail setting.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it was. So it could sink in, yeah.
That's nice. That's just a feature.
It's just a
That's a
feature.
nice
So
feature.
I actually saw on a this year's gifts, it was where you could load a set of nails in, and it was a hammer where you just, and it pops it out. And I'm like, oh, okay, that actually makes sense. And it locks after the first one, so unless you're actually setting more, like it's just barely behind. So unless you're actually setting more, it still continues to hit with the head of it. I was like, oh, okay, all right,
That's cool.
I fucking get that.
Nice.
Julie doing in here?
Oh boy.
But I would not mind doing we should probably start soon because it takes a few months, but Brews Bros BS Brew for Summer Block Party 2019.
Yeah.
That would be great. Or two.
God damn it. Fucking Chandler. He comments on my Facebook post that I'm not even talking to him about.
Talking hammer with a big ass head on it with a nail
Facebook
sector.
to me.
I use a little Sykes toy hammer and whoop that ass.
It is on some big fucking nails.
Mic drop. Bam! Ponchos! Yes! Ponchos!
I'm down for ponchos. I don't give a shit.
So yeah,
My wife's been asking me. I'm like, I don't know. Nobody said shit.
let me check with my wife because my kid's fucking at the house. So
I got no plans. I got nothing. Do or don't. I don't give a shit. Oh, I don't have to fucking work tomorrow. I don't give two fucks about a goddamn thing right now.
That's how I feel.
Fuck, I wish I didn't have to
That's gonna work out tomorrow.
Yeah, I should call in. I get 5 hours PTO. I'm at 6 hours. I get 5 more tomorrow. That'll put me at 2. Use them when I get them, bitch.
Use them when I get them. That's what I'm talking about. I got.
No, I don't. It's my
Actually, let me
meeting.
see how many hours I got.
ours end at the end of the year, and
Oh, no, I've used all
I'm
those hours already.
snug with it. So I'm like, you know what? I can take 8 hours unpaid. I can do that.
I
So-
just
Thinking about that
got
shit.
my 5 years to where I get 5 hours a check instead of 4. It's like,
A PTO?
yeah. Every 2 weeks I get 5 hours instead of 4. It still ain't enough.
So at
So
year's
enough.
end, I get 5 flex days, which is 8-hour days, 5 8-hour days that I can use whenever, which is awesome. And then in April, I get my yearly vacation renewed. So you have 6 years or 6 months to use that. But yearly, you can only use your 5 days. So I've used all my 5 days, but it's almost impossible for me to use my vacation time. So I still have like a week of vacation that I have to use before. But when I use vacation, I also get my 2 days off per week guaranteed. So it's like if I take vacation time,
Damn.
I'm
You get more.
and I'm really good about wrapping around the weekends. So like I'll take Thursday, Friday off, request Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then take Wednesday, Thursday off. So it's only 4 days of vacation time, but I took a week's vacation right there. Like
So, if you work for the state,
You get like 22 fucking days off, you piece of shit.
every paycheck you get 11.5 hours.
this is what I waste my taxes
of
for.
time off.
I know.
So
For this
you get
motherfucker
8
to
hours.
be off in his office.
Check
So-
every 2 weeks? Or
Check
more?
every 2 weeks. There's
Do you
two,
get 12 hours of goddamn?
11 and a half.
What is this?
So
Somebody
it's
else.
8 hours of vacay,
Damn.
3.5 hours of sick. So a lot of other people just
That's
get PTO, where it's one
days.
pool. But working for the state is it's known for you don't get paid as much, but you get much more time off. It's just part of
To
the.
me, that's worth more than.
No, it is to me too. That's why I work
Younger
hard.
generation.
Like,
Yeah,
fuck, fuck a salary or an hourly rate. Give me more goddamn days off.
Yep.
I want more time to be me. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I've not interviewed, but I've had coffee with a couple other people that were like, "Yo, you want to come work for us?" And
Coffee?
they were trying to. Well, we went to Starbucks. I didn't want to have a formal interview. I didn't want to waste their time. But I was like, "Yo, you want to talk? We can talk." And they were offering me more money, but I was like, "Yeah, pretty happy where I am. You might offer me more money, but you can't give me the benefits that I got right now."
Two things matter to me, and it's not a lot of benefits. Time off, training. Those are the two things. I want to better myself, and I want to be me. Those are the two things that I
Most
appreciate the
important.
most.
Yeah, let me learn some more.
I'm
I'd
glad we
love to be
get
me.
taught whatever you want to teach me.
Chandler might have been chatting, but nobody's paying attention. I think he says at the end, "Mic drop," but nobody cares.
Oh no, I already said that
Yeah,
one.
you did.
Oh. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention, so yeah, there you go.
Everybody else was.
Were they? Did they pay attention when you talk?
Yes.
Are you sure?
I always pay.
Kind of a
some
big
my
deal.
brother
Kind of a
talks.
big deal.
Kind of a big deal.
I can see that now.
I had a goddamn
I think
slide
that
of
was the
post
name
article.
of Joyner Lucas's recent tour.
Who?
Joyner Lucas.
Ooh. I like it. Kind of a big deal.
Yeah, he is.
Not a big deal. Kind of a big deal.
Yo, it's 9:05. Let's do this. We're at 2 hours and 5
Do I
minutes.
One of our longest episodes.
Piss again.
And it was no fucking whatever it is. Broforce. Dude.
Facebook
For
land.
Broforce?
I was
Cheers.
here for a Broforce
Oh,
episode.
you want to be here for a Broforce?
Have a good
Yeah,
week.
for Broforce.
Drink
Dude,
plenty
that
of
shit
beer.
is Fun.
Cheers, Taiwan.
Thank y'all. Have a great one.
Yeah, cheers, Taiwan.